All right, Andy, guess what time it is?
It must be time to get high and listen to Donald Trump.
That's right. It's We the People.
We the people, high and free, joking to democracy. Grab your light and grab your mic. Politics never felt this light. We the people, light up, take a seat, talking truth while you laugh, staying chill, staying sweet. From the podium to the pub, yeah, we're keeping it real. It's Andy and Merlin with that capital feel.
All right, everyone, rise and shine. It's Andy and Merlin for We the People, where we get high and we watch Donald Trump speak. Because you need to get high to listen to Donald Trump speak, especially these days.
We try so hard to understand.
And even high, I start to understand it even more, but I'm still just more confused than ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I got a new one. This just came out today. This one, Andy, is titled, this one I think he did with Pam Bondi today and a couple other of his cabinet people.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't really got to see much of it. This is hot off the press, hot out of the oven. But I did see a few highlights today. So it's going to be pretty juicy, Andy. And this will be definitely a good one to get high with. Andy, tell us what you're getting high with tonight.
I'm getting high with just some leftover weed that I had, some flour that I ground up and put in a bowl. I don't even know what kind it is.
Can you show us?
It's a sativa.
Oh, it's a sativa. So what that means, it's a uppity, right? Energy.
Right.
Okay, well, take a hit for us, Andy.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Okay. Just to show the audience that you are ready for this speech today, because it's going to be a little like an hour and 20 minutes versus that 2.5 hour marathon we did last week. Remember that one?
Oh, my God. I was dying.
I still can't figure out what that. That was like going to see the last Francis Ford Coppola movie, Megalopolis. I knew what that was about. High as hell. Andy, I just took because I don't like to smoke because I cough a lot, like you just did. This is a new one that I got from my local store right around the block here. This is Lost Farm. This is mango live resin. This has 10 milligrams of THC and 5 milligrams of THCV, which is what I had last time. And I love this. I had this from the Camino ones, which is this one. Yeah, but this is a kind of a what do you call it? Like Starburst, right? Yeah, it's sour. The THCV gives you energy, and it really does. These are great that take with concerts at.
And Lost Farms, if you're watching, we can use a sponsor.
Yes, and Camino, right? Where do you know what brand your weed is?
No. I don't want to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay.
The only reason I'm smoking it is because the package was sealed.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I found it next to my car. Someone was moving in the other day, and I think they dropped it. But like, I didn't see who the person was that was moving in. Like,
so I just could have like PCP or something.
I just saw. Well, it was sealed. That's why I prefaced with that.
Andy,
it was sealed, and that's the only reason I smoked it is because it's sealed.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures here. Woo. And then I'm because it's 9:30 at night. I am taking also, these things are delicious. This is the Fizz. This is a 10 milligram can of strawberry, which is delicious. I made sure it was 10. Andy, one time I drank one of these because my neck was killing me and everything. Yeah. And I grabbed one and I downed it before I was doing a show or something somewhere, card show.
And it wasn't Weed the People?
No, it was
You
like
can
10
get
in the
away with
morning.
that
It was
here.
10 in the morning because usually like one can 10 milligrams will just not really give me a super buzz, but I'll just be relaxed and it'll relax my my neck muscles here. You know what? You ever feel that way too? Like it calms you down a little?
Well, sometimes with 10 milligrams, I get the way we got at My Morning Jacket that time down at USC.
Really? Oh my God. Oh wow. So you never built a tolerance to it.
No, I don't do the edibles too much.
Okay, so anyway, I drank about half of the can and I started at like 11 a.m. I was like out of my gourd. And I was like, dude, this is very weird for 10. I looked down and it said 100 milligrams.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. And I ate a lot of concession fries that day.
I would.
That's the only thing I could eat.
I'd be so scared if
I was. And I had to, I had to communicate with people all day long. And there was no one there. Usually I always have friends around me and stuff. This time it was just me solo.
Oh, my God.
You didn't come. Nobody came to see me. I didn't have anybody that I was friends with working with me this time. It was just me.
That's
and
scary.
And this was on a Sunday because a lot of people that were there on Saturday did not come on Sunday. So I was just like, what do I do, dude? What do I do? I am really scared. But I made sure that does never happen again. And then I'm drinking it with, I got this at Sprouts or something, Recess Mood. This has magnesium in it and some aptogen, which is great at night. It really calms me down. So, and it's got some CBD in it. So this is like you can get at, Lassen's or, any grocery store that's like a health store. Charge like $50 for it. So anyway, let's watch this show because we got a lot to do.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to talk about today.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Okay, let's play a game, okay? I'm going to play a game during this thing.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Not really.
Remember they would always have like the word of the day?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then if that person, the surprise word, the secret word,
if someone said it, they'd all go crazy.
Yeah, they go. Okay, so each time Trump says gold, let's scream, okay?
Okay. Gold's the magic word?
Yes. We'll go, ah! Okay.
All right.
And then we got two words. Every time he says ballroom, we go 3 times. Ballroom, ballroom, ballroom.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll try and remember all this.
3 times. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
So, you like that? Gold and ballroom. Gold, we scream like Pee-wee. Ah!
Okay. You 6'7" type?
Yeah. Ballroom, we'll do that. Ballroom, ballroom, ballroom. Okay, got it?
All right.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Corny, but it'll be fun, okay?
All right.
Especially when you're high. Okay, here we go. This is somewhere in the White House. Welcome. This is the part before now.
Does only Trump speak today, or is it somebody else too?
It's a few people.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Pam Bondi does, and maybe what's her face? Tulsi, I think, appeared today too.
Look at these.
It's the Sinister Six, or what's the DC comic villains that they made the movie about?
You're talking to the wrong guy. Comic book movies, not my thing.
But this is the not the League of Justice, but the other guys. These are all the villains in a row here. Look at the back. You got Cash Patel. You've got the most sinister and diabolical one. There is the henchman right there at the far right, the bald head.
Did you ever see what Kristi Noem looked like before her plastic surgery?
Yeah, she just looked like a mom.
It's wild.
Yes.
She's completely different.
Yes, I know. She looked just like a Midwest mother, didn't she?
Yeah.
Not like Barbie. We've got Pam Bondi right here. Then look, we got Pete Hegseth on the left. This is the advisor. What's her face? Styles.
I don't know. I see that douchebag Steve.
And that's
Miller
Tulsi,
over
I guess, on the far left.
there. Tulsi.
And you've got I don't know who's on the piano. Someone's on the piano playing the piano. Great music. Okay. There they are, just talking. They're like, okay, what kind of lies are we gonna have to tell tonight? How do we what keywords when Trump says something that's like unhinged? How do we cover it up? Is that who's next to Patel?
Has
Vincent?
Has Cash Patel put on his big boy pants yet?
Oh, probably after that NBA thing today. Did you hear about that?
No.
About all the about some kind of like betting scam between a lot of NBA active players and coaches.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Cash had his big boy pants on now. He's probably so proud. He's probably got a heart on right now.
As long as he doesn't have to name Trump in the Epstein files.
Trump probably will tell these guys, "You give me some money, I'll pardon you." That's all it's about now. Did you hear about that guy today? Isn't that the guy who bought the banana photo?
Who is the guy today?
The Bitcoin guy, the crypto conspiracy guy,
the young guy,
the Asian dude.
The Asian dude.
Yeah, they said it's the most diabolical pardon Trump's ever had.
Really?
Like this is worse than George Santos. Like this, apparently, this is even worse if he pardons Diddy. Okay, do we all have to stand for the bride? But you know the guy, like the Asian guy who bought the banana with the duck feet banana. Oh my God! Listen to this. They have to do this.
Convicted Binance founder Chang Pen Zhao,
the President of the United States.
Are you going to stand, Andy?
I ain't standing.
Oh, you see my shirt? High on stress. Oh God! Look at that goon. He's probably farting. He has to walk. Look at that goon. There's the 4'10" guy. Here he is, all 6'3", 250 pounds. What a beautiful! Look at that piece of shit.
It's a great honor.
I thought that was really in it.
Yeah, probably was. You know where they. No one wants to be close to them.
You're doing.
They have to draw straws.
Thank you very much for that. We want
to. Can you turn him up any?
Yeah, sorry.
The people that
That's all right.
Such a great
it's just a little low.
Say I've been doing really incredible work during
the
shutdown. I don't even know
yeah,
if
that's
they're
good.
supposed to be working, but they wouldn't miss a day.
There's no
so I just want
work.
to thank everybody for that very much. And we're here today to discuss a sweeping, unprecedented, and historically successful operation that my administration has carried out in recent weeks to arrest, prosecute, and permanently remove members of foreign drug cartels from American soil. And the people gathered around this table,
yes,
are
like
the ones
all those mothers and fathers,
and
grandfathers who
them
work.
sitting a little bit in fact, some of them I'm surprised are not actually at the table. You people should be very insulted by that, but you've done a great job back there. On my first day in office earlier this year, I signed an executive order to officially designate the drug cartels and savage transnational gangs as foreign terrorist organizations. It was my honor to do so.
Do people really think
that
like
same
all these
day, I
people
also
being
signed
taken
an
by
order
ICE are
directing the
drug cartel
creation of
members
the
and
Homeland
murderers?
Security Task Force to bring together
Like people
all
that drop their
federal,
kids off
state,
at
and
school?
local partners to achieve the national policy goal of eliminating the cartel presence in America once and for all. And the results are
not to mention
early, and the results are spectacular. Led by ICE and the FBI, this task force includes the Department of Justice, the Department of War,
you've gone glitchy.
DHS, the intelligence community, ATF, the DEA, the U.S. Marshals, and the state and local agencies in every part of our country. Other than that, we don't include too many people. That's a hell of a group, isn't it, huh? When you think of it, that's not a group you want against you. Certainly not at one time. In addition to the task force members, we're pleased to be joined by representatives of law enforcement at every level, the highest level, actually, but every level, including National President of the Fraternal Order of Police,
sit up closer and talk. See how that is.
Patrick, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for the endorsement, too. That really hit it off.
I can move my microphone
98% anyway, but
yeah, I think it's better when it's close to you.
Thank you, Patrick. I don't forget those things. President of the National
forward,
Sheriff's
like facing, like, in front of
Association,
you, not
Chris
sideways.
West. Chris, thank you, Chris, very much. Great, good job.
Got it.
Okay, good.
Major Cities Chief Association Executive Director Laura Cooper. Laura, thank you, Laura, very much.
Oh, thank you.
Major County Sheriffs of
He's got to
America
go around the
Executive
room
Director
and
Megan
congratulate
Nolan.
everybody first.
Megan,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much. And President of the National Border Patrol Council, my friend, and a very good speaker, by the way. Whenever he gets up and speaks, I say, that guy can really speak. I don't know.
I
don't
read
want him to run
today
for
that,
office. I want him to stay where he
has
is.
a
Paul
terminal
Perez.
illness.
Paul. Thank you, Paul.
He has a
And
what?
that
Hi,
he's
Paul.
got
What are you doing over there,
a
Paul?
terminal illness
Good
that's
job. Good speaker
serious.
you are,
Like
though,
they,
Paul. I mean,
and
Really?
he's
made
probably
some
not going to live
incredible
6 to 8
speeches.
months.
Some, and all from the heart.
That was
too.
all over the internet today
Some
too.
great ones.
It's
Today,
just
you'll
what
hear details from
J.D.
my
Vance
national
and Peter
security
Thiel
and
want.
Homeland Security teams
Yep.
about the extraordinary historic achievements of this new Homeland Security Task Force since it became fully operational last month
That's
in
why he's
all
not there.
50 states. The job they're doing. What we inherited from this past administration is like disgraceful. In a matter of weeks, the task force has made the largest number of arrests of cartel leaders, operatives, and
Dude,
gang
no-
members in American history. More than
75% of the
3,000 and counting.
people
That includes
that they
members of the ultra-violent
detained
New
not have
Generation
criminal records.
Cartel, the Sinaloa Cartel, the LNFM
And that's a fact.
Cartel,
Yeah, I know.
Google it.
MS-13
Chat GPT
Cartel,
and whatever
the
AI
MS-13
source you use.
gang,
Just
and Tren de
research it.
Aragua, another beauty. That's a group of
You're
real,
making, and there
real
are
garbage
actually
we
friends,
have
you
to
see
deal
them on
with.
Facebook who
We
actually
shouldn't have to
think
deal with.
he's telling the truth here. Like
These
they're all
are,
cartel
in
members.
addition to the massive numbers of dangerous criminals my administration arrested nationwide since January 20th, numbering over 120,000. It's a record, and 120,000 criminal arrests. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, for 4 long years before I took office, the last administration
Exactly.
allowed the cartels and their operatives to frankly take over our country, to freely infiltrate America and
Did you
all
know
the
the cartels
communities
took over our
nationwide,
country?
along with transnational gangs. These
Dude, he's
groups
so
have
full of shit.
unleashed
I
more
don't know how
bloodshed and
anybody
killing
can
on
like
American
think
People know
soil
we
than
live
all
in
other
LA, and
terrorist
I didn't
groups
even like we
combined. These are the
live
worst of the
where the
worst.
majority of the people
It should
are
now be
standing
clear
on
to the
criminals.
entire world that the
And I don't
cartels
hear
are
any
the ISIS of the
gang
Western
taking over
Hemisphere,
LA.
in addition to
I know, I
their
know.
monstrous
He's just full of
violence, such
shit. He's
as
a
cutting
bullshit
off
artist.
heads, burning their enemies alive, and burning innocent people alive, too, by the way.
Burning. And he thinks that
Cartels control large swaths of territory. They maintain vast arsenals of weapons and soldiers, and they use
where?
extortion, murder, kidnapping
Anything to keep the Epstein
exercise
files
political
hidden.
and economic control.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Joe
They still
Biden,
haven't,
for allowing that to happen.
Sworn in that
Biden
women in
surrendered
Arizona.
the.
They still haven't?
Nope.
I mean, he just surrendered our country to the
He,
cartels.
and Mike Johnson
Don't worry, we're
said,
taking it gets better. We're taking it
"Are
back.
helping your constituents.
It's,
Like get to
really
work.
fast
Don't worry
at-
about not getting
at
sworn
levels
in."
that nobody's ever
She's
seen
like,
before.
"Well,
But
I can't
what
do
we
anything. I don't have
had to put
credentials
up
to
with,
get in
what we
office.
inherited was
I don't have
Yeah.
keys. I
disgrace.
can't, like,
And while
I don't have
Biden
the
was
capabilities.
president, if he was president, I think the auto pen was
Access, I
president,
can-
not Biden. Nearly
I can
100%
do a
of
little,
those
but I
who
can't do
infiltrated
everything
our
unless
southern
until I
border
get
did
my
so
credentials.
because they were personally approved.
and the
They
tools.
admitted they were just what happened, assisted by the most
That's why,
dangerous
man.
and violent criminal organizations anywhere on the planet. The worst people on the planet they allowed into our beautiful
Worst
country.
people on the planet.
Under the Trump administration, we're finally treating the cartels as the core national security threat that they really are. The cartels are waging war on America.
Stephen Miller
just
wrote
as
this.
I promised in the
Oh, yeah.
campaign, we're waging war on them
1,000%.
like they've never seen before. All you have to do is turn on your television and you'll see what's happening to them.
Well, the Fox, yeah.
Past administrations have tried to mitigate this threat, and our objective is to eliminate it. We're not mitigating, we're eliminating. We're getting them out. The bad ones we're putting in prison. We hate to do that because that means we're stuck with them for 50 years.
Until Trump
more.
pardons you.
In recent
Of course,
weeks, our
Santos.
Homeland Security Task Force has seized more than 70 tons of deadly narcotics, along with more than 1,000 illegal guns. And that's just recently. This is
No,
already the
dumbass.
most
The guns, they get the
successful
guns from the U.S.
anti-cartel and anti-gang
And then they take
operation
them to
in
the other
American
countries.
history.
Yeah.
And it's just getting started. We have incredible people. A lot of them are in this room with us today, and it's an honor to have them. But we're going to not stop until the threat has been fully and completely eradicated. I want to thank task force members with us today, including a person who's doing a fantastic job, Attorney General Pam Bondi. Thank you, Pam. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. Sounds so much better than Secretary of Defense.
No, it doesn't.
I
It
don't
sounds
know. Do you
horrible.
guys agree with that? I don't
No.
know. It sounds,
Stupid.
we won the First World War, the Second World War.
Oh God.
I would say
The guy
everything
can't even do
before and
pull-ups.
everything in between.
He's a,
And then we
I
got
heard they
woke,
all
and we
can't
said,
stand him.
well, let's call it defense.
Pete Hegseth?
I think we like it
Yeah,
this way.
even the right wing
It's funny,
generals and
that's
admirals, they
something
hate
I
him.
thot it would be
Really?
maybe controversial. And it's
Yeah,
only
he's a
Not even a
controversial that
political
we
thing.
changed the
They
name
just
in the
all
first place.
agree
It's
to
not
hate him.
controversial
When
at all.
the-
It's been
When the shit hits the
unbelievably
fan, hopefully
well
they
accepted,
defend the
Pete.
Constitution
Hasn't
and
it?
not
It's been pretty amazing.
Trump
I
or
thought it would
the
be controversial.
Secretary of
People want to
War.
have our country back.
Yeah.
People want to do exactly what we're doing right now. We're getting a lot of credit for it, and we should.
No, you're not.
I want to thank, though,
Who
Pete
thinks
for
you're
doing
getting
a
credit?
great
Who's
job.
giving you
Pete
credit?
Hegseth.
Except those
Secretary
people
of
at the table.
Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Kristi, thank you very much. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi, good job.
Tulsi.
And the heads of all of the law enforcement agencies.
Did you know she was,
I'm surprised she's still there.
Job you've done.
She was a
To
staunch
provide
progressive
additional
only 3
details
years
on
I
ago.
our mission, I would like
I think
also
just-
to ask
she was in a cult too
General
all her
Bondi
life as well.
to say a few words,
That was
followed
the
by
fastest
Secretary
turnabout
Noem,
I've ever
Secretary
seen.
Hegseth,
She was in a
Director
cult all
Gabbard,
her life. Did
Homeland
you know that?
Security Advisor,
She was
Stephen
raised in
Miller,
a cult.
Really?
Stephen,
Yes.
you're such a superstar,
What kind of cult?
Stephen.
Like one of those weird,
They
like
called
Davidian
Stephen the other day a very
cults.
bad name, and I said, you
Really?
should sue them, Stephen. And I
Yes.
think he will.
Oh,
I hope
shit.
he does. FBI Director
Look it up,
Dennis
man.
Patel and Deputy Attorney General Todd
I will.
Bledge.
Now
And
she's
I just
now
want to
she's
say
wearing
it's
a
an
new one.
honor, the job we're doing.
The Trump cult.
And these people
Rocket
are
cult.
doing absolutely
Oh,
incredible.
did you hear today? Like
Just
Gavin
add a
Newsom,
couple
I
of
guess,
things in
had
Memphis,
some
as
video
you
or
know, where
at
the
his
numbers are
speech,
down in
and he
half
said
already.
on
and
his
it's only been
website
about
he
2
was
weeks. Doing a
gonna
fantastic
sell
job there. Thank you.
Gavin Newsom knee pads.
Incredible.
So
Nobody thought it was
Trump's
possible. It
cabinet
was
can
really
buy
a-
them
It
and
was
wear
a very
them when
sick
they
city. It
when they're
was
needed.
horrible what happened there. People would go from
Isn't that
you're on the
hilarious?
board of FedEx. They would ride you 1 block to the hotel.
You think
They said
that
you
pissed
couldn't
his
walk it
cabinet off?
because it was too dangerous. And they're
I don't
already
know.
feeling
I
better
could buy
about
you
it,
knee
but the
pads.
best example right now
They probably
is
don't care.
Washington D.C.
I mean,
we went
you
from
have
one
to
of the most
know that
unsafe
you're-
places
what you're
on the
doing, you know?
planet, I hate to say,
Like,
but
if you're-
in this country,
Just take
I
the
know,
effort.
but they
go
know
to
they're
a
but
safe
they know they're getting on their knees, right? For him.
Oh, they
nothing's
have to
crime-free,
know.
I guess, but
Yeah.
this is about as close to crime-free
They're
as you're going to
pathetic
get.
human beings.
And you guys
They're
have done an
eunuchs, aren't they?
incredible job with that.
They don't
Every one
have-
of you have worked so hard on this
They
one.
don't have any
And it's
self-respect.
our nation's capital, and
Uh-uh.
people would go to the nation. They'd go from, I always say, Iowa, Indiana. They'd go from Florida. They'd come up. They want to see the monument. They
Redwood
want to see
Islands to the
the
Gulf
Lincoln
Stream
Memorial. They want to
waters.
see one of the monuments.
This
Any
land
one of
has
them.
made
They'd
for
go
you and
home
me.
in a coffin.
Oh, in a
But
coffin.
not anymore. It's not
Not
happening anymore. We haven't had that happen in a
I am
long
now
time.
selling
It's
Trump
averaging more than
coffins.
one a week, one person a week. Who would think that's possible? And it
I
hasn't.
bet he
happened
will get
anymore.
himself into
We
the
have a safe city. We have a city where the
the
restaurants are
morgue and
booming.
coffin business
People are
once
going
everybody
out.
starts
Nobody's
dying of all the
being mugged, hit
diseases
over the
because
head with a
they've
baseball
dismantled
bat. None
the
of
entire
that stuff is
CDC.
gone. We took out 1,700 criminals.
gold
many of them
coffins he's
career
making.
criminals. Many of
Trump
them
gold coffins,
given
yeah.
to us by Joe
$1 million
Biden and his
each.
ridiculous open borders policy. They came in from jails from all over the world, not just South America, from all over the world. Jails, they came in from mental institutions and insane asylums all
It's
over
funny,
the world.
like I have some MAGA
Drug
friends on
dealers.
Facebook, and
we
they
got 'em
keep
the hell
saying
outta
like,
here.
"Oh, they're
They're either
taking
that
all
or
our
they're so
jobs."
bad, as I
Of
said
course, I
before,
use the
we
same
put 'em in
rhetoric every
jail
time.
because
They're
we
always
can't
telling
take
me
a chance that they
it's
come
like
back.
they're programmed the same
But I wanna
script
just
over
say
and over.
that,
Like it's the same exact script for
Washington,
everybody.
D.C.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
for
like,
sure.
what
It's such an
jobs
example
of
of
yours
what
are
can
they,
be done.
or are your friends and family are
And
they
now
taking?
the same thing's happening in
Yeah, I know.
Memphis. We're
Like,
just
what
halfway
job?
through the process, and already the numbers are far.
Are they taking their
far,
editing
far
jobs away,
better than
or
what
your-
we would have thought at
Your,
this time.
your doctor job, like
and
if they're taking those
Chicago,
jobs, then
I just
they've
saw
studied,
the number.
they deserve it.
Last week,
they've worked hard to get
last
there,
weekend,
or they're
4 were
talented.
murdered,
They're not
11
taking
were
any
shot.
jobs.
And then I have
No,
this guy
it's
Pritzker's
bullshit.
Like unless
very
you're
weak
like
governor. Let me
picking
give you that.
soybeans or
Some
strawberries
governor,
in the
and
field,
it's
or
extremely weak.
Yeah.
I mean, are you hanging out at Home Depot every day? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure you're
Pritzker
going
get
to be
up and
doing that soon, Andy.
Say how great they're doing.
I'm
in
done.
Chicago.
I'm thinking
They're
about it.
poorly. So 4
Headed
were
down there.
murdered.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go down to the
11
Lowe's
were
one here
shot.
for some work for us. Okay.
I would say, and that was was not a bad week for him. Okay,
What's
that
that?
was not a bad week. He's had somewhere
We're gonna
18 or 19 were murdered.
now remember,
And his excuse
if
was, yeah, but that was a long weekend.
the secret
Okay.
words,
Can you
if he
believe it? He
says
said that was a long
gold,
weekend.
we do
He's
what?
bad.
I haven't heard it
worse.
yet.
I mean, that mayor is
But what
worse.
happens
Low
if he says
IQ,
gold?
very low IQ.
What do we do?
And we don't need low IQ
go
people.
crazy.
We need people that are
And
gonna
then
take
when he
care.
says
And I love
ballroom, we do
Chicago.
what?
I
Yeah,
love
say
those
ballroom.
beautiful
Great
women.
Ballroom,
Black women,
Okay,
beautiful
3
women
times, and we
wearing
do
MAGA
like the
hats,
6-7
and they're
thing.
all over the place in Chicago.
Okay.
They want protection.
Did you
They
see
don't
that
care
video
if it's
that's
the
been floating
National
around
Guard,
of those
if it's
guys,
the
I guess, at a basketball
Army,
football
Navy,
game, screaming
Coast
at the
Guard,
reporter
Marines, they'll
6-7,
take Space
and
Force.
she ends up
Okay?
crying at the
Space
end?
Force, send them in. They couldn't.
No,
they
I didn't
just
see
don't
that.
want
That's
to
all over the
be
internet
mugged, killed,
this
raped,
week.
shot in the head,
Shot in the head?
and we stop it. So we're gonna be given a very special. We're going to give Chicago very special care. As you
notice
probably
he
know,
always,
maybe you heard we
people
were gonna
always say
do a
like
big surge in
broad,
San Francisco, but I called
broad
got a great call
general
from
accusations, but they don't
some
ever give you
incredible
specific.
people, some friends of mine, very successful people.
Yeah, I know.
Mark,
Back it up.
everybody knows him, and Jensen, everybody knows Jensen.
So it just makes you think like, oh, every Hispanic
and others
Latino
call me
is a
from
criminal or a cartel
San Francisco,
or a murderer or a
and
rapist.
they said we're working really,
Yeah.
really hard with the mayor.
That's
We're
what they
making
do.
progress.
But who?
Would it be
But
possible
who?
for you to hold
Where
off-
did this
for
happen?
you
Like,
to hold off
what's
the
name
surge?
one
And
incident?
I had 4 or 5
No, they
calls.
killed-
So, and that's what I do
Making
too. So I
progress.
ask the
They're
people what
the
jobs,
greatest. I mean, if they could do
and they
that, that'd
don't
be
they don't
great.
ever reply. Like
And they have great
they
confidence.
just
Yeah.
Those people. I mean, incredible
Like,
confidence.
give me an
Some of the
incident.
smartest business leaders. And
instance. Give me
they're
an example where
They
very
can't.
well with the police department. They're doing a good job. So we are holding off that surge, everybody, and we're going to let them see if they can do it.
unless they go and
I
like
think we can do it
copy
much
and paste
faster. I
it
know we
from
can do it
ChatGPT.
faster. I think we can do it better than anybody. We can take criminals out that they're not going to know about, and probably they don't have the legal authority maybe to do what we can. But I'm okay with it.
You don't have
we're
the
gonna let
legal
San
authority to do
Francisco
it.
Has the potential
He's got-
to
I
be,
guess he can do
it was
anything
a
now,
great,
but
great city. Has the potential
Supreme
very
Court let
quickly
him.
to be a great city again. And these are the companies.
His
that are there
killing
that are
of
all
people
working,
in
and those
boats
are the people that asked me.
That's
is-
effed
to,
up.
It's a
do
war
away
crime.
with the surge, and
Yes,
let's
it
see
is.
how it works. And we'll do that if we need to.
One
we
day, hopefully we're
but
still alive.
it's
There will be
possible
some
that we won't
Nuremberg
need to,
trials.
and we will be focusing on.
Yeah,
other
well,
places
I
in
saw
Chicago,
someone
and we'll
talking
be
get
dead
about
by
it.
then,
taken
though.
care of very quickly.
Actually,
But just remember, 11 people shot.
They were saying
4
that
people
all these
murdered,
people who
okay?
break the law,
And that was
They're
this
gonna be
weekend.
indicted.
And
yeah,
that was
they're not
Chicago.
going to
And
be
then
in
you'll-
office
So
forever.
but you know what that means? They're never going to let go.
We have it under control. They don't have it under
They're
control.
not going to let
Just the
everything go
opposite's
of their
getting worse.
powers and
So we'll
position.
take care of.
Well,
as
they're
soon
gonna
as
try.
we
They're never
give the
even.
go-ahead, which is all I have to
What
do
about
is give
even
the
next
go-ahead. We
year,
won the big court
2026
case
election?
the other day on
Like
the
this
National
woman in
Guard.
Arizona
Good
not being
case.
sworn in yet
Same thing with
is a
Portland. Speaking of that,
test.
because that's where we won it.
Yeah.
But
because
I mean, I
if the
looked at-
Democrats
I looked
take
the other
over
night,
next year, you think they're going to
Saturday
swear
night,
people in
Portland is
and let
like
the House have
burning to the
the
ground. and
Democrats
these
have the
people are
majority
saying
in the House?
it's just
Oh,
friendly
that's a good
stuff.
point.
The whole
Yeah.
place is
Yeah, they're not
burning
allowed
to
that.
the ground. So we'll take care of that one. That's like an
They can
insurrection
do
more than
every
it is
illegal
anything else.
tactic
That's
they can
crazy.
do.
Portland's
We're already doing the
crazy. And then
gerrymandering
you listen
everywhere.
to
They did
these
in North Carolina.
radical left people talking about
Because even though it's a Democrat
it's really
governor
okay.
in
You're
North
seeing
Carolina, that
things.
he doesn't have
You're
any
really
say
seeing
so
things.
over
So
those elections.
we're going to take care
He doesn't
of
have any power.
Chicago.
He
We're
can't
going to
veto
take
it.
care of Portland. We're going to take care of
Really?
Memphis. We're proud of D.C. There's nothing to take care of anymore, but we're not going to let it ever go bad. It's never going to happen again, our nation's capital. And with that, I'm just going to tell you that Pam Bondi has done a fantastic job. And Pam, would you say a few words, please?
Thank you,
Pam
President
Bondi,
Trump.
there she
And
is.
thank you for your
Here she is.
leadership.
I loved her in
This is
White
all
Lotus.
about collaboration
And last
around
month,
this
last
table
year,
and
or this
looking around
year,
this table. We all
in Thailand.
work
Oh, or is
so
that? Oh
well
no, that was
together. I
what's her
don't
face?
think another
Parker Posey.
administration in our nation's
Sounds like
history
Parker Posey.
has worked so well
I noticed.
together. We talk constantly, Secretary Noem, Tulsi, Pete,
Tulsi?
constantly, but also all of our agencies working hand in hand, and that's why this is so successful. And these
You
people
think she'll
around
get
this
indicted?
table are working
She
7
should.
days a week, 24 hours a day, even though the Democrats have tried to shut down the government. Terry Cole, I'm laughing.
That's such
because
a
you're
against the
around
Hatch
the
Act.
clock. You're all over the world. Director Patel,
Yeah, they're
you're
ridiculous.
Did you hear about all the
unstoppable what you're
airports?
doing around this
Almost
country.
pretty much all
Gabby
refused to
Saralski,
play
the
that
US
Christy
Marshal,
Nolan video
Rob
because she's blaming the Democrats for
Sakata
the
and Dan
shutdown.
Driscoll wearing your ATF hats.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that, no.
texting
And all the
Bob Blanche and I were
airports
on
are like,
texting
we're
you
not
at 1
playing that.
a.m.
Like,
on cases. I mean,
so
that's
partisan.
how committed all all
Yeah.
of these people are to just keep
And that's
all
Pam
of our
Bondi while
citizens
her
safe.
prosecutors
And that's
in every
what it's
state
all
are quitting.
about. And
all the
this
districts.
project is the brainchild of Stephen Miller. And you are doing
Oh,
so
no.
much to keep our citizens safe, our kids safe, and get these drugs off our streets. Like the mayor of San Francisco and I are going to be meeting on fentanyl in a few weeks and working hand in hand on that. Secretary Noem spoke to him. But the results of this last month have been historic. As the president said, in the last
Saved
month,
300 million
think
people?
about this, 3,200, more than 3,200 violent gangs and drug dealers have been taken off the streets. Off the streets. Now, Director Patel and all of these agencies have also been working so hard on getting the leadership.
They've taken that
But
many
we
people
are
off
getting
the
all the
streets,
gang
but
members
they're
off
not
the
gang
streets
members.
Yeah, and who are these
directed.
gang
There was
members?
Sinaloa,
What
CJNG,
streets?
MS-13, and more.
It's not happening here in LA.
91
I just see a lot of innocent
tons
people
of
who are our
drugs
citizens getting
have
taken
been
off the
seized
street.
as a result
Yeah,
of
that's
this
what I'm
task
seeing.
force. We tried to put this in
Like,
perspective
give
for
us
you.
an
This
example.
would be
Like,
filling
where?
4
Who?
18-wheelers.
What was the incident?
4. All the drugs just in the last month that have been taken off the street.
But where?
58,000
Notice that they're very
kilos of
general about
cocaine.
their
Think about a
accusation.
big backyard swimming pool. That would fill 1.5
Oh, yeah.
swimming pools. Just the powder cocaine that has been removed, saving lives this
Where's this
last
pool
month.
again?
Thanks
Why
to
didn't they
all
give
of
it to
these
me?
people around the
Cocaine-
table.
Cocaine
2,300
pool?
kilos of
Is that the
fentanyl
called a
powder
cocaine bear?
and 2.1 million fentanyl pills.
Fentanyl
off
pills
the
come from here,
streets.
woman.
And as the president said, more than 1,000 illegal guns. The Biden
Guns come from
administration
here.
was for way too long. All of these
Oh
great
my
law
God.
enforcement officers surrounding
This is
the
where they
table
can get
were
them. They
not
take
able
them
to
back,
do their
whatever
job.
country
What
they
they've
were
said
from.
is now they've
They
been
get the fentanyl here and they
uncuffed.
take it
They
back to
can
other
do their
countries.
jobs
around.
now.
They gotta
We've
get
been
higher.
watching transnational
Okay,
gangs
you too.
grow
Bye.
in our country, become organized, set up infrastructure.
Oh, she's not
in
hearing,
all
so she's
of
not wearing
our
pearls
states,
today. She's
but
wearing
no
that.
longer under President Trump. We
That
are
fake
destroying the
American
infrastructure,
flag on her.
and we're no longer on defense. All of these great men and women
They ain't
are
wearing
on
crosses
offense,
anymore 'cause
so
they
they
would
better
burn
get
your
ready.
chest.
We're dismantling the cartels, and we are taking the leaders into custody and all of the gangs. We are going to supercharge this work. This is not a pilot program. This is permanent. We are here to stay. And Secretary Hegseth, we couldn't do this without you and the Department of War. Thank you all so much for everything you're doing around this table, working tirelessly. And
They
President
detained
Trump,
Robbie
thank
Road
you for
Steamer,
giving
and he
him
was
the
a white
ability
guy,
to do
American
it.
guy, because he was singing the Jeffrey Epstein playing song.
Mr.
And he came
President,
out
since
with
the
cocaine.
year 2000, we
And
have
he's not a
lost
cartel
over
member.
1 million Americans to
He's a
drugs,
white guy.
to overdoses, to these
Well, there
cartels
she is.
that have proliferated that kind of a disease on our people and have gone to war with our next generation of
So
Americans.
how much work did she?
When you
say
signed
she
the
has
executive
tied
order
down
that was
to?
protecting the
lot.
American people from invasion, what you did
She looks
is that you
completely
took these
different.
cartels and gangs that we've known for decades
And
and you
you
declared
should
them
notice
to
her
be what
face.
they
She hardly
really
can
are.
move. Her
And
face.
that's
She
You
what
notice
lost
that?
30
you
years.
declared war on them, and you didn't say
Look at
we
her
were
face.
just going to
Did you
fight
see
them.
Tina
You
Fey
said we were
portray
going
her
to
on
destroy
SNL like
them.
last week?
And everybody
No,
around
I
this
didn't see
table,
that.
2 weeks ago?
is so
No.
honored to be here.
Oh my God, she
to work with you
Nome
to
was so mad,
destroy
but she
these
looked
terrorists
exactly
that have
like
been
her,
killing
and her face
Americans for
couldn't move.
years and getting rich off of it.
Just her lip.
I'm
And
so
look
proud
at
of
her.
the
Her
work
face
that was
doesn't
done
move.
just
Look.
in the September
Yeah.
surge. You referenced that earlier. We had over 400 operations that went down in those
It's so
first
tight.
33 days of the Homeland Security Task Force in operations that brought, as Pam referenced, 3,200 terrorists to justice, got them off the streets. Sir, we also have had over precursors
Yeah.
and chemicals that were brought in. We've had the work at the southern border. We've got Border Patrol here at the table with you. Fentanyl has been cut down by 50% coming into this country over our borders. We've continued to work not just nationally, but
Coming about
internationally and on our maritime borders
2026
as well.
Christy
The ICE
Nome,
agents that have so much violence against them and threats
Homeland
against them, sir,
Barbie,
they get up every day
calendar.
ready to work with this
There's a
task
cal-
force
there's a
to be
calendar?
able to keep people safe. And then we've got Coast
Yeah,
Guard
she's
who's been
fed up
doing
the guys in El
just a
Salvador,
ton
the
of our
prison for
incredible
like March.
interdictions out to
Oh,
seas in
my
the waters in
She's
cooperation
killing
with
puppies in
operations
July.
that you've targeted in the Caribbean with the Department of War. And sir, I just want to thank you for the leadership you put at this
She's
table.
got her heels
For
in
your
the back
cabinet
of a
members, for Stephen
hog-tied
Miller,
guy.
for putting this in place to make sure that what you did
He's
when you
asleep.
consolidated
Yeah,
the
was
Homeland
he?
Security
I thought
Task
so.
Force, you took 1,000 other task forces that were already established in the federal government and you streamlined them into this room.
And
into
you have
this
a
group right here so that we can look at each other in the
you have a
face
nice
every day
penis.
and say, what's our problem? How do we address it? How do we fix it? And then
What do
we
they
go
say
to
in
work
South
together
Park?
with our
Your penis
arms length
isn't
to do
small, or
exactly what you
you
told
have a
us to
big
do.
penis?
And that's
Like, what
not
do they
just
keep
protect the American
complimenting
people
him
from
about?
invasion, but to kill these terrorists. You gave us the task
What?
to eliminate
Without due
them, destroy
process.
them,
How
so that they
how
can't
nice.
destroy the next generation of Americans.
They could
So
be
thank you, sir. Thank you for
fishermen
the
that's
people you put
feeding a
around
Thank you
family of
very much.
10,
That's a great job.
but
Thank
not
you.
anymore.
Pete?
Yes, sir.
They're all dead now.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership.
Daddy didn't come
Chief,
home with any
Weiss,
fish
Tulsi,
because
and Todd, and
some
Dan,
orange
and
bastard and
Christy
this
and Stephen and
perfectly
Cash, and I think
gelled
around the
haired
table from the Department of War.
cunt.
We are thankful and grateful for the incredible effort that your agencies put in, and we could not be more proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with you, not superficially, not kind of over here, but front and center on the Homeland Security Task Force.
There he is. You see
right
days
there with you,
off?
because our department has spent over
What are
2
you doing
decades defending other homelands, and we're very proud to be defending our own. And if you talk to the troops down, say, on the southwest border, Mr. President, morale is sky high and continues to be, because they're proud to be defending their own communities, their own state, and their own country. So when that executive order was signed, the mission was clear: protecting the American people against invasion.
I need some, like,
So the Department of War went straight to the
orange
southwest
polish
border.
or
We still have
something.
10,000 troops there.
Put
We
on
have
that map.
national
It doesn't
defense
look
areas.
orange
We're
enough.
standing alongside the
No,
Border Patrol.
that's back when
and
he
we
didn't have
locked that
need as
border
much,
down,
before he
100%
got
control of the
too
southwest border.
pasty
We stopped the invasion.
for being old.
And then we're proud to be going on the offense, counter cartel operations. And it's not counter cartel, as was mentioned. These are designated terrorist organizations, foreign terrorist organizations.
You know he has a
Our
boner every
generation
time he hears
spent the
himself
better part
talk.
of 2 decades hunting Al Qaeda.
He's got a big
hunting
one right now.
ISIS. Well, as the president said, this is the ISIS, this is the Al Qaeda
Look at that hair.
of the Western Hemisphere. They intimidate.
He definitely
they
has the best
terrorize,
hair in the
they
cabinet.
extort, they poison. the
Better than
American
Christy
people.
Nome.
The
Sorry,
president's right.
Christy.
Every boat we strike is
Sorry.
25,000 Americans whose lives are saved.
Trump
because
thinks he
they
has
were
best
headed
hair,
in
though.
our
I don't
direction.
think his hair
So
is
our
moved.
message to these foreign
No,
terrorist
it's perfectly
organizations
gelled. He's got
is we will treat
he's got
you
spray,
like we have treated
gel,
Al Qaeda.
and
We will find you,
wax or
we will
mud in
map
it.
your networks.
He's got like 3
we
products,
will
I
hunt
guarantee
you
you.
down, and we will kill you. And you've seen that evidence in the maritime
kill you.
domain, whether it's in
If
the
you're
Caribbean or
fishing
the
off the
Pacific. The
coast
last 2
of South
strikes,
America,
we know
or the Caribbean,
exactly who
we
these
will
people
kill
are.
you. We will
We
not
know
ask
what
who you
networks
are.
they work with, what foreign terrorist organizations they're a part
Nope.
of. We know where they're
And
going.
then how about
where
those
they
people who
originated from, what
survived?
they're
Have you
carrying.
heard anything
And they
about
know
them
who
at all?
they're-
Any follow up?
And that will soon start
I heard
to
they
change
just
the
dropped them off
calculus
back in
of these
Colombia.
boats. So the critique of this is, of course,
I
as often
thought
is the case, wrong.
one of the
We
presidents,
know
either
our
Venezuela or
authorities. It's
Colombia,
not
said
tight.
like,
And
yeah,
we're
these
gonna
guys
treat them
came
like
back. They're
foreign
not
terrorist organizations
drug
on
trafficking.
the
They were
offense. So
fishing.
the Department of War is not
Exactly.
going to degrade or just simply arrest.
But the U.S.
We're
hasn't
gonna
said anything
defeat
about
and
it. I'm
destroy
surprised
these
they
terrorist organizations
I'm
to
surprised
defend
they
the
just didn't
homeland
kill 'em.
on behalf of the American people, making the jobs of law enforcement safer in the process, making the communities of Americans safer in the process. We think it's a very core mission of the Department of War, and we're proud to be here, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Everybody said that guy's mentally ill too.
Tulsi, please.
That's why the
Yes,
admirals
thank you,
and
Mr.
generals are
President.
worried about.
The key reason
Steve
that
Hyson?
you are hearing
Yeah.
about these incredible
Like he's gone
effects,
really mental.
is
Like
number
he's
one, the
become
team
very
that you've assembled here and the
schizo,
leadership
and
the
he
tone
wants
that
to
you have
like
set. First and foremost,
put
about keeping
everybody
the
on a lie
American people
detector
safe.
and
The
wire
intelligence
people
community
and other
plays a
stuff
critical
because he
role
thinks
in being able to
everybody is
support
like
our
out to
law
get him
enforcement at the
in the
federal, state, and
Pentagon.
local level
Oh, wow.
to make sure that they
Yeah,
are armed with
like he's gone
actionable
that nuts.
intelligence to be able to actually go
Because
after
he's scared of all the
those who
leaks.
threaten
And
the
you've
safety
heard
and
about
security
like
of the American
all the
people.
press.
Mr.
He won't
President,
let
under
the
your
press
leadership for the
in now
first
because
time,
they
there
refuse to
is
sign
a newly created National
NDA.
Intelligence Fusion Cell at the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, National Counterterrorism, that has a very simple purpose: to make sure that we have two-way intelligence sharing of actionable information between the intelligence community.
Who's
and law
that lady
enforcement. I want to
there?
talk briefly
Susie
about
Wiles,
three
his advisor.
successes that we've had just here
Where the hell
in the
did she
last
come from?
few weeks, Mr.
She's
President.
been there since day
Through the
one.
success
Well, I know
of
she's
this
been there, but like,
interagency fusion cell. Just
where
this
did she?
last week,
Where was she
our
before
National
that?
Counterterrorism Center
She's been
supported
working
through
since,
like, the Reagan
era.
intelligence to both U.S. law enforcement as well as
Was she
Mexican
at
law
Fox News
enforcement.
She's the only person in that cabinet has any experience
El Paso
whatsoever.
and Juarez,
Oh,
Mexico.
really?
Yeah.
as well as his top 3 money launderers.
So she's
in
she's
a
a smart woman.
and recent successful
She's the
interagency
only
operation,
one there that
CTC
has
worked
any
closely with the U.S.
sort
Marshal
of
Service that
competency,
led to the arrest of
experience,
another dangerous Sinaloa cartel
and
member
I
responsible
mean,
for
if she could
tracking
be it good or
huge amounts
evil,
of
I mean,
cocaine
she
and
at least she knows what she's doing, even if it's
hundreds of
the
thousands
bad
of
stuff. She
dollars
knows
in
it's
this single
bad. You know what I
incident
mean?
with
Like
drug
she,
proceeds through his network.
like they all know,
I'd
but
say the
she
last
really, like,
example I'll
she
share
knows.
is probably the
She knows
most
politics.
insidious, was providing intelligence to the Mexican law enforcement that led to the arrest of a CJNG cartel-affiliated baby trafficker called La Diabla. Her whole money-making operation was centered around luring pregnant women, performing illegal C-sections, harvesting organs, and selling newborn babies. Mr. President, it's your leadership that has made all of this possible. I can tell you, in the midst of this government shutdown, our folks, like everyone
who's
around
out there
this table, are
buying
working
newborn
24/7
babies?
without pay.
I mean, I'm
and
sure
eager
they're
to
people,
get
but
after
good
this because they
lord, like,
believe in your leadership,
but
your
they're
mission
they're like
that you have
sedating and
presented to
performing
them.
illegal
Thank you, Mr.
C-sections
President. I'll
while
hand
they're
this off
sedated.
to Homeland Security Advisor
It's
Stephen
kind of like,
Miller,
you know, you go to another
this
country and they
task
steal
force.
your organs.
Yeah, they're stealing
Let me
babies.
just say, Mr. President,
Oh
that
God, here
this
he
country was going
is.
to die without you. This country was going
I
to
just
die
got a
Napoleon.
headache.
without you. That's what we've been
Napoleon,
facing in
speak.
2024. We've been invaded for 4 years. Our communities were sinking. Our public safety had gone to zero. Cartels are running entire communities. Sex trafficking, child trafficking, labor trafficking was out of control. Overdoses were out of control. The cartels were claiming more and more territory. City services were buckling. This was a country on the verge of dying.
He's
And
Jew.
you
He was
alone
born and
were
raised
saving.
Jewish, and
when you
he's the
stepped
most
forward
Nazi
originally
person
in
I've ever seen in
2016,
my
you
life.
started the movement
Yeah, it's kind of
to
weird, huh?
make America
Yeah.
great again. And
Like-
that means make America great again
Which I'm so
in every
confused
way.
about.
And that means safety and prosperity and
He
peace
acts like a
and
white
freedom from
supremacist.
cartels and crime and gangs.
Yeah,
And your vision and your leadership in declaring war on the drug
I heard his
cartels
family doesn't even
is
like
the
him
single
though.
most
Oh, really?
successful
How
Yeah,
about
like
his
public
parents?
safety initiative
he's
in
an
American
outcast.
history.
You know,
And
he's
I need
from
the
out
media
here.
to
He's from Santa
understand what
Monica.
President Trump is
Yeah, I
saying.
know.
People have been
Did
talking
you ever
about
see
the
some
drug
of his like high
cartels
school
for
videos?
longer than I've been
I
alive.
saw the famous one
And
where he's
everyone
yelling
has just
about
taken
the
for
janitor
granted that they
picking up
can't
the
be
trash.
touched or stopped.
Oh yeah, but have
Too
you
big,
also seen
they're
him
too
on the
powerful,
bus
they're too
being
evil, they're
interviewed?
too murderous.
No,
They can operate with impunity. And in just 9 months, President Trump is the only American leader, not just in our lifetimes, but ever, to actually take the fight to the drug cartels, to actually seek their eradication.
His
And
erection.
It's happening. And so while the Democrats are shutting the government down,
No,
and
they're
fighting
not.
for free
No, they're
healthcare
not.
for illegal aliens, look at what President Trump has
All
assembled
it's
here.
about,
He's
they
assembled a
play
team
that.
under his
They're playing
vision,
that
direction, and
game,
leadership
saying
that
Democrats
saves
want
hundreds of
illegal
thousands
aliens.
of
No
lives.
one wants
Hundreds of
illegal
thousands
aliens
of
to have
lives.
free health
And
care.
only President Trump could have done
It's just like,
I'll say
no,
one
you
last thing, which
can't
is that
turn someone
his
away when
courage
they're
has
at
been
the
inspiration
hospital.
to everyone else in
Yeah.
this room. There are
Can't
people
just
in
let
this
people
room,
die.
Like, oh, you don't
for
have
example,
health
it's
care?
hotline,
Sorry, you're not
who
from
have
the
been
United States?
relentlessly
Sorry, go
doxxed and
outside and
harassed
bleed
threatened.
to death.
But when they see
Yeah.
President Trump's courage, what he's been
Like,
through
if
for
you
10
have
years
any
to save
empathy
America,
or
when they
decency
came after
whatsoever,
his
you
family,
won't make
his
sure people will
businesses,
take care of. If
his
you were another
possessions,
country
his
and
freedom,
something, you
everyone
broke
else
your
thinking,
leg or
"Lois,
something,
we can
Andy,
do
right?
whatever it takes to get
Yeah.
the mission done."
Or you got really
President Trump,
happened
thank
to
you
get
for your
sick or
leadership,
something.
your
Let's say you got
boldness,
like COVID or
your
some
courage, and your
disease, you
vision,
almost
honor to
died.
serve underneath
Wouldn't you want to get good
I
service
want to
at
thank you, Stephen.
whatever
And
country's
I have
hospital?
to say that, I've
Yeah,
been
and you
making
And
would.
worry
That,
about it later. Like first, you're worried about
for
survival.
some very
Next,
big
worry
meetings,
about the
including
bill,
with the
right?
president of China.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think we're going to come out very well, and
That's all
everyone's
that's
gonna be very
about.
happy.
But these people don't want to even
everybody
like
said
do that
the same
for
thing.
the
A year ago,
or
we had
people
a
who
dead
are
country.
visiting
We
here
were a
or
dead
illegal
country. We
immigrants. So they
really
can
were,
also
in a
turn
lot
people
of
who are
ways,
just
not just
visiting
as
here, going to
dead as the
Disneyland,
doornails on this, but
and someone has a heart
we
attack. And they're
were
like, "Too
a
bad, you're
country
from
that
another
was in
country."
serious trouble.
Right.
And beyond that. And we have the hottest country anywhere in the world right now.
Did you know we had the
whole
hottest
world is
country?
talking about it. We have the hottest
Oh, what
country
I just got back
anywhere
from
in the
Europe.
world.
It's
We're
not
going
what
to
I
clear
heard,
up this
buddy.
crime in our cities. We can do it quickly too.
Is he admitting to
They
global
showed
warming?
how quickly we could do it in
That's
DC.
what I
It
thought.
was a real bad place. It was a real mess.
We have the hottest.
Dirty,
We're going
filthy,
to now
disgusting graffiti
without all
over the
those
place.
emission
Tents on
requirements.
every ounce of parks that we had. Just
It's
disgusting.
disgusting.
And I rode around last weekend. I rode around
They
the
just know how
city.
to shit talk.
I felt very safe in
That's
that
it.
car, but
Yeah, they're just bullshit artists.
Without it, I wouldn't need that car so much anymore, I will tell you. But the place was clean. We've started that also. Not only law and order, but the cleanliness is important. I think cleanliness is almost a part of law and order. If you see dirty, disgusting streets and potholes all over the place and railings falling down and graffiti all over the marble, beautiful.
This is like conversations with you and John at 4 a.m. on a Saturday night.
It's all gone. And I think it's a part of it. I really do. I think it's a big part of it. But we have a city that we can be proud of. We're going to be that way with every city we have. That's why with San Francisco, I wish them luck, but we could do it so much faster. I love what you're doing. I respect it, and I respect the people that are doing it. They're the biggest people in the country. They're the biggest people in the world. A lot of high tech. Some people like them. Some people don't. But they're smart, and they want to do it. And I said, I am so honored to let you do it. And if it doesn't work out, we'll do it for you very quickly. But I just want to thank the people around this table are amazing. Cash, please go ahead.
Cash.
Mr. President, I'll just keep it short, but I think
media should realize what is the point of this meeting? Just so they can all chat about how great they are?
You led it during your campaign.
Yeah, who has
brought it to the American people.
Well,
I think
Trump,
the media should focus
on
some
telling
of
Trump he's got the biggest talk.
And
then they're all talking about how big their talks are.
By the millions. Enough fentanyl to kill over 200 million Americans. Gone. Evaporated.
I guess about fentanyl is one of them, obviously.
Your vision to safeguard American freedoms and our children and our future is the most courageous thing I've ever seen a president.
This entire
ever
display is just sucking Trump's balls.
Yeah, well, you've seen all these cabinet meetings are like this. It's just all praise.
Administration's decades.
And
the partnership.
I
just want to
divine intervention or whatever.
When I call these folks around the
it's
table,
just crazy. It's just
law enforcement partners
who can say the best praise to him, who can outdo the other cabinet.
Yeah, exactly.
But they never get to the point, do they?
DHS are going to co-lead it. I said absolutely. The country's been yearning for this and needing it.
You talk about how great he is and how much we need it, but what is
when
it?
I call these people, they pick up. I don't get a voicemail. When I make an ask, they answer, and the same is true. And so the FBI is playing a pivotal role in your administration in helping lead out this mission, and Stephen's vision has finally come to life. And instead of attacking the people at this table, maybe the media should go out there and talk to the lives that have been saved forever and the communities that have been safeguarded, because it takes courage.
It's like everybody.
Oh my God, they're so pathetic.
It takes a president and President Trump to put a leadership team like this together. We are actual friends, and I know the media doesn't want to call us that, but we do that. We do hang out.
John, Dan, everybody,
mission that doesn't
Roy, Tim, Dan,
and as Stephen
you should all praise
we're
me
inspired by our leadership in this country's
I saved all you
these 8
guys.
months, and I can't wait to see what the next 4 years looks like.
Thank you very much.
Next 4 years.
Great job. Todd, please.
I think we only
Thank you, Mr.
We're
President.
close to just 3, but
oh my
God,
another 4.
Everybody's going to get a turn to speak.
3,266 terrorists have been taken off the streets in 2 months, and for each of those arrests, there's
what's he doing there?
Anywhere from between 4 to 20 law enforcement agents, federal, state, and local, executing those arrests, and that means everyone.
But we pardon half of them if they vote for you, Trump, or they give you a bribe. We'll pardon.
And so, what I will say to them is thank you, but also what I will say.
I got to get a drink.
To the extent that there are politicians, as recently as today, suggesting they are doing something wrong. We have governors, district attorneys, mayors, and even congressmen suggesting that our federal law enforcement and the state and local law enforcement that are helping them are doing something wrong. That is disgusting, and something that we will not tolerate. That every day, Attorney General and I talk with all of our partners, making sure that they know.
And Todd, every time I've been hearing left and right, every prosecutor, every district quits.
Are even touched.
They don't want to
by
do
any of these terrorists or rioters. They will be prosecuted.
Vindictive.
When politicians aid these terrorists by trying to give them comfort or protection, or suggesting that somehow our men and women are doing the wrong thing, same problem. We will not tolerate it, Mr. President. So thank you to all of our state and local.
Andy, you know we're terrorists now because we're the crazy far-left lunatics that went to No Kings. And No Kings is run by Antifa, and Antifa are domestic terrorists.
So if you went to the protest, you're a terrorist now?
Well, because that was paid off by Antifa, they said. It was paid off by George Soros.
How much money does George Soros have left after paying millions of people to go to the march?
I know. And how come, where do you apply for the paycheck?
Mr. President, thank Thank you.
Yeah, I
Mr.
could use
President, thank
somebody.
you. Good to see you.
And
I'd
couldn't
just
some
ask both
people
of
who
you,
were
including
Republicans
Secretary
or
Hegseth,
MAGA,
there's reporting the U.S.
if
just
they
sent
want some money,
31
can they
bombers
just
near
like, hey, I want to apply to
Venezuela to
be
ramp up some
protester?
military pressure there. Is that
And people
accurate?
can
And
go
can you tell
bust,
us
they
more about
bust
that?
her, they can steal George Soros' money, right?
But we're
Someone should ask
not
Trump
happy
that.
with
Where can
Venezuela
we apply for
for a
these
lot of
jobs
reasons,
with
drugs
George
being one of
Soros
them,
to
but
go
also
protest?
they've
Yeah, if
been
he's paying everybody,
sending
why don't y'all
their
get into
prisoners
the
into
action,
our
right?
country for
Right.
years
If
under
I
the
found
Biden
out
administration. Not anymore. We have a
Peter
closed
Thiel
border.
was
We had actually
donating money,
nobody
I'd
for
go
the
get
last
it
4
and
months,
just
I guess 5 months. They
take the
say
money.
they report nothing.
Well, he
They
is
report
donating
zero.
money, just not to
I don't
us.
know
I
if
know,
that can be
but I'd take
possible,
some
but
though if he's
we'll
gonna
accept
for
it, right,
protesting,
fellas?
right?
But
I just wouldn't
we
go.
have
I would
closed
just go
borders.
like for
We have
5
people
minutes, and
coming
walk back
into our
around.
country, but they only
That's
come in legally.
started to see a
We have
red
the
MAGA
strongest
hat.
borders we've ever had. We might have the strongest borders of almost any nation right now.
Strongest
That's a big
borders,
difference
yeah.
from what it was 2
More
years ago
rambling
when
about the
everybody
borders
was
and
pouring
all.
in.
Whatever
Okay.
happened
We're
to
very
his
unhappy
wall?
with
Did he get his
Venezuela.
wall built?
No,
Because
no.
of what they've done.
And then
They've
Christy
emptied
Nome
their
painted it
prisons
black.
into our country.
The burn, the
How
Nobody
much?
could do
How
that.
much of it did they build, though?
Only a stupid person would have
40
accepted it.
miles.
And that's what we had
That's
running
it?
our country. Very stupid
A
people.
big black wall now.
So we're not happy
Beautiful.
with Venezuela, I will tell you. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Venezuela.
Thank you, President.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's gonna be good.
You okay?
Pay attention.
On fentanyl.
We're going to lose
Sorry
it.
about that. On
We have
fentanyl,
some
President Trump.
good medical help right over there. That's all right.
He's so
On fentanyl, according to CDC data, nearly 330,000 Americans died over the past 5 years from fentanyl.
Okay.
That's 1 in every 1,000 Americans who died.
It's more than that, but that's all right.
Yes, I think it's even more.
I'll be discussing that with President
Yes,
Xi.
so that's actually my question.
I figured it
I
was.
was wondering, since it mostly comes from China and has caused such carnage in the U.S.,
Yeah.
what are you going to say to convey the seriousness? And also a second question for you or Secretary Hegseth. Is there any evidence that China is now smuggling fentanyl through Venezuela to bypass U.S. and Mexican port controls?
Yes. It's always
They are doing that, yes.
Thanks for creating that story for me.
Paying right now
That's a
20%
plant.
because
That's a
of
plant,
fentanyl.
man.
That's
What you call a
billions
plant.
and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to remember that.
We're actually on November 1st.
Who was that guy?
A tariff on China goes to
I have no clue.
157%.
But you know these people, they
which is
give him,
record-setting
they
tariff,
feed him the
and
answer.
We don't want that because it's
It's
not
kind of like
sustainable
Jeopardy.
for
You
them.
give him the
They
answer,
can't sustain
and he
that.
returns it with a question.
It's
Happy to go through
ridiculous.
that. So I'm meeting with President
What kind of
Xi,
media is this?
I would say the first.
Exactly.
We have some
The
big
hand-picked
issues,
ones.
like with the farmers.
Because if
and
they
various
ask the
other
real
things. But
question,
the first question
he
I'm going to be asking him about
glitches.
is fentanyl. And if you think about it,
So they
make
they give him a comment
$100
first.
million. Think
Yeah.
of this. They make $100 million selling fentanyl into our country. $100 million. They lose $100 billion with the 20% tariff. So it's not a good business proposition. It's $100 billion approximately
one
that they
reporter
have to pay.
gives
It's a big
someone
penalty to make $100
the answer
million. So
that should have been
I
the
think
question.
they want to do something. They want to put it on the list. It's on the list. It's one of the things we're talking about, and I'm putting it right
Well,
at the
listen
front
to
of
this
the
for
list.
5 minutes, you'll figure
they
out
pay
why.
a very big penalty for doing that. And I
I'm
don't
totally
think they want to be
lost. I
doing
don't
it,
even know what
and
he's
we'll
talking
see what
about
happens
anymore.
at the end of
This
next
is what
week
you call
because
a run-on
I'll be
sentence.
meeting next
You
week.
notice there's never a
Along with-
period.
We're
There's never
stopping
a
in
period.
Malaysia. We're stopping in South Korea. We're stopping in Japan. I'm meeting with President Xi actually in South Korea. So
Yeah, you said
it'll
that
be
already.
the first thing on the list. Yeah, please.
On the drug boats, sir, has there been any discussion about capturing one so that you can show the
Well,
amount
we
of
know everything
narcotics?
about them. Yeah.
Well, those
Yeah, we
vermin.
know everything about them. We know where they're coming from, who they're coming with, generally who's in the boat. I'll let Pete discuss
You
it a little
haven't
bit,
listed
but
that.
they have incredible intelligence. And, usually
Yeah.
when you see five,
Incredible intelligence.
I've never even seen that before, but when you see 5 engines on a boat going about 65 miles an hour,
They're using
loaded up with
extraterrestrial
white powder
equipment,
in silver
other
cases,
life forms.
generally speaking, that's not a good sign. They're not going fishing, right? And you don't see any fishing
Yeah.
rods, right? So,
Well,
Pete, I'll let you
not when it's
discuss it.
obliterated.
Yes, sir. Likewise, generally you don't see
can't even see
fishing
drugs.
in submarines either, sir.
Wait a minute,
So
but we haven't seen these submarines
the
shot.
U.S. military, as I mentioned, nobody better in the world at mapping networks, identifying who's connected to who
on signal.
inside terrorist organizations. It's just the media is used to hearing that when it pertains to Afghanistan and Iraq and ISIS and Al-Qaeda. But if you reframe how you understand the world in our own hemisphere, That's exactly what these foreign terrorist organizations are. And so we will track them, we will map them, we will network them, and we will hunt them and kill them because they're trying to and they are killing and poisoning the American people. And inside that, we have all the license necessary, all the authorities necessary to take these kinetic strikes, and we'll continue to take them.
And about
just to add,
definitely worked on it.
We've been capturing them for years. You know, it's not like, gee, let's capture one. We've been doing that for years. For 25 years, we've been doing it. Not at a level like we're doing it now. I mean, just with the hits we're hitting, but we have much more intensity than any administration's ever had. But we've been capturing these boats for years, and they get back into the system, and they do it again and again and again, and they don't fear that. They have no fear. The thing I can tell you right now, it's very hard to find any floating vessel right now on the Pacific or in the Gulf, and I would like to call it by its official name, the Gulf of America, another little triumph of the Trump administration. I said for years, why do we call it the Gulf of Mexico?
Just like that.
It's 93%, the shoreline is 93% ours. I never understood that, so I made that change. I never realized how easy
he's
that
also
was
the first,
other
he
than
thinks he's the first person who did the word groceries.
AP fought us in court, and the judge said...
Because you think you ever heard that word growing up?
And actually,
no,
he
didn't know what. He never went to grocery store.
It was pretty amazing.
Definitely
but we have the Gulf of America, and there are very few boats, very few boats. Not even fishing boats, to be honest. I don't want to do that to the fishing industry, but
you have, buddy.
It's been so effective, and our sea drugs, as they call them, they use the term sea drugs. The drugs coming in by sea.
Sure. There's a huge, a lot of mermaids are addicted
of what
to
they
sea
were
drugs, I heard.
a year ago, less than 5%. So now they're coming in by land, and even the land is concerned because I told them that's going to be next. You know, the land is going to be next, and we may go to the Senate, we may go to the Congress, and
you should have been doing that first.
Tell
buddy.
them about it.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine
Not after the
a
fact.
problem with it. I think, in fact, while we're here, I think
Just
it's a
like
good
the
idea. If you go to
demolishing
Congress,
of,
you tell them about it. What are they going to do? Say, gee, we don't want to.
He said he wasn't going to
stop
touch
drugs
it.
pouring
And
in.
he
They're
did.
killing
And he didn't get any
300,000
approval
people a year. I
anybody.
think that's
He
the
just
real
did it.
number. 300,000 people a year. So
Yeah,
between that
that's not
and my
good.
discussion with President Xi, I think we have never made progress like we've made. The sea drugs are almost dead. And they can't come in that fast from the land.
Sea drugs are
and
dead.
The land drugs are much more
They're like
dangerous.
made of like living
much more
coral.
dangerous. You'll be seeing that soon.
But they're dead
So
now.
that's the way it is.
No more living. Nobody's storing living coral anymore.
Yeah, go ahead, please. With the glasses, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Good.
I wanted to ask, what's your reaction to Representative Dan Goldman calling on NYPD to arrest ICE agents who he says are acting illegally? He says they are illegally assaulting people and illegally detaining people at immigration courts in New York.
Well, you know, I know Dan, and Dan's a loser. You understand. He's a guy that doesn't have what it takes.
You don't have a good
He's
answer,
so
just
hard.
call him a loser.
And they're exhausted.
Well, that's our
It's so
president right there.
ridiculous, right? A suggestion. like
He's the
that.
most intelligent
So,
president we ever had.
They're just trying so
loser.
hard, and it's not working.
I know
They
you are,
even
but what am
now
I?
started imitating me, of all people. They want to imitate me. And they start using foul language, but they use
they
too
put
much
masks
of it.
on.
You know, you can't use the F word 7 times in one sentence. It doesn't work. It might work once every 7
Wanna
news
be like Trump.
conferences, but you can't do it. You can't do it 7 times in one sentence. So I don't know. They're
I know someone who
they're really they're in big
did
trouble.
9
That
times.
party. Go ahead.
Some alleged smugglers have survived some of these recent strikes
Yep,
and been
here we
sent
go.
back to their home country.
Yeah.
If they're terrorists, why not just arrest and detain them?
Yeah, right. Good question.
2 points on that.
Oh,
First,
you didn't
when
like
I
that
served
one.
in Iraq
See
in
that?
2005 and
See that?
2006, we used to, in sort of a gallows humor way, talk about the Iraqi catch and release program. The reality
That's
that
a-
we'd
that's a hard
catch a lot of
question
people,
for
hand
him.
them over, and then they would be recycled back through, and we'd have to
There you
recapture
go.
them or
He's
attack them
gone.
again.
Oh,
And
he
that's why changing the dynamic and actually taking kinetic strikes on these boats ought change the psychology of these foreign terrorist organizations. To those two that survived the shot on the semi-submersible, think again, compared to Iraq and Afghanistan, the vast majority of people that we captured on the battlefield, we handed over to the home country. Did we always like how it shaped out? Sometimes we did, sometimes we did not. But 99% would go to the Afghan authorities or the Iraqi
Yeah, this
authorities.
guy's a good
so in this
bullshit
case,
artist.
those two, they were treated by American medics and handed immediately over
It
to
doesn't
their
make
country.
any
that they
sense
came
either,
from,
but
hopefully to face
after a while,
prosecution,
he's like,
which is
oh,
very
he's using a
standard
lot of
way of
fancy
handling
words. I guess he's telling the truth.
He's a television host. He knows
We've
how
got
to
protocol.
He knows
I
how
love
to
this. Yeah, he talks like a weatherman. Notice that?
Yeah, for sure.
Good. What was that?
He's so hopeless.
Oh, he's mad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yesterday, there was a vote at the Knesset on annexing the West Bank. Do you see it as a challenge to your peace efforts?
Could you say that louder, please?
Oh, boy.
Yes, yesterday there was a vote at the Knesset in Israel on annexing the West Bank. Do you see it as a challenge to your peace efforts?
Would you answer that, please? Because I cannot understand the words you're saying. Where are you from? Where are
He
you
can't
from?
understand. She has an
You're
accent.
from
He
France,
can't
beautiful
understand.
accent, but we can't understand what you're saying.
That's why we don't allow foreigners in here anymore. He must, probably has like, probably have color too.
The West Bank is. Don't worry about the West Bank. Israel's not going to do anything with the West Bank.
Hard
Okay?
question again. Not
Don't
a
worry about
compliment.
it. Is that your question?
Real
They're not going
question.
to do anything with the West Bank. Don't worry about it. Israel's doing.
He wasn't
very
going to do
well.
anything to
They're
the
not
east,
gonna do anything.
east
Yeah,
wing
please.
either.
Yeah.
He said the same
President
thing.
Trump, are there any safeguards in place to protect Americans from fentanyl and cartels when you leave office in 2028? Any
Well, I'm not
protocols
leaving.
that could be
Oh
put
my
in place
God,
in
who
case
are
a
these
future
journalists?
administration comes in that wants open borders? And I also
my
have a
gosh.
question for the Secretary of War as well.
These are the
after
dumbest
your answer.
Well, the
questions
biggest
I've
thing we can
ever
do is
heard.
make sure they don't come
These,
in.
it's probably
Because open borders,
a YouTube influencer.
It's they would destroy. It's amazing that our country is even surviving.
Or
with what
you know
we're
what? It's
going
probably
through,
from
coming in
the
by
Michael
millions.
Lindell channel.
And coming
Yeah,
in from the
probably.
wrong places.
They
You know,
have
I know all these
access.
people that
I'm
run
looking
these
it up right
countries,
now.
and,
Okay.
they're smart. They're very street smart, and they're not sending their best. You know, they're not sending. They're taking them out of their prisons and their mental institutions, as I say over and over again. They're the
Because
drug
he
dealers.
thinks
They're the
political
drug addicts.
asylum equals
They're
insane asylum.
people that
He
don't
doesn't
work.
know the difference.
I mean, the best of them are people
Okay,
that
it
don't
says,
work. They don't work. They're on welfare. Their form of welfare, which
CNN.
is tiny. You know what their form of welfare? They give you a piece of
Wait.
paper. They give you nothing. But they want people that work. They don't let those people come out
So
because
it's
they want
someone
those
named
people.
Jennifer.
You know, they cherish those people. Those are the
Who?
people that make
They're
the
not
country
even
run.
journalists that
They
are
give
asking
us
the
all
questions.
of the people that
No, I know. A lot of
don't
them
work.
told you, or they're saying like
murders,
influencers who held the Epstein files that were
11,843
fake.
murders
That's
came
who's
in.
asking the questions?
11,000.
Yeah, that's most
many
of
of
them in
them
there. Oh, like
committed
Benny
more than
Johnson's in there.
50%
They're all
committed
like
more than
they're
one
all
murder. Now,
MAGA
why do we
people.
want them?
Oh my
Why
God.
would Biden and that group of
I think
thugs that he
CNN
had
gets in
working
there
for him,
too,
why
but
would they
still,
accept
it's like
these people?
no NPR, no
Why would he
AP.
accept?
I
Nobody
hope our next
understands it. You know,
president,
they say
like,
maybe they wanted the vote, but I did
does
great with the
this
Hispanic vote. But these are
back to
people
them.
from all over the world. Why would they do
I mean,
it?
forever.
So
No,
one
they're already
question,
saying
no
Trump's
matter
going to
what I do, I
come back
can't.
for 28.
You always
I
like
don't
to
think he's
know
going to last a year.
the opponent.
I
You
will.
have an opponent.
I,
What are they getting at?
he'll be
But-
dead.
Easily you can.
He'll be dead in two.
Why would they
Like,
allow?
Unless they start making AI and
20
say
million,
he
maybe
doesn't want to
25
show his
million
face
people into this
anymore,
country,
and it's just
almost all of which,
it's just
but
like the Wizard
most
of
of
Oz.
which
Like
should
he's just
not
a
have been
fake
allowed
image
into our
that you see
country.
floating all
It's,
over the country.
One of the great
Yeah,
enigmas.
he's
What they've
definitely
done
not
to this
all
country
there.
should never be forgotten in history.
His brain is
should
not going to
never,
make it
ever be
another 3
forgotten. And
years.
now it
Well,
looks like we're
did
going to have a
let
communist
alone
mayor
another
in New York.
4.
That'll be a lot of fun.
There is
But
no
remember
like
this,
how are these people
they
that
have to go through
delusional?
the White House. Yeah, please go ahead.
I think they're just appeasing him until
Finance.
he
Can you
dies
explain why
or
you chose
can't
to pardon him, and did it have anything
actually
to do
do
with
the
his
job
involvement
anymore.
in
And
your
then
Which one? Who is
family's,
that?
JD
the
Vance
founder
will
of
take over.
Binance?
That's
He has
they'll
a
get the whole
involvement
Yeah,
in
but
your
they
The
know
recent
crypto
one,
they
business.
know he's the cult of personality.
I
Like when he
believe what you're about
goes,
to say, Barry, because I do
a
pardon
lot
lot
of those
people.
cult people who
I
were
don't
like
know. He was
hypnotized by
recommended
Trump,
by
charisma,
No,
a
will
lot of
be
people
wiped
say
out.
that. Are you
the
talking about
donors
the
don't
crypto
care about
person?
that.
The donors don't
A lot
care,
of
but
people
the
say that he
regular common
wasn't guilty
people.
of anything.
Yeah,
He
they'll all
served
go
4 months
away,
in
but
jail, and they say that
Peter Thiel
he
will have
was
this
not
guy
guilty
in
of
power.
anything. That
It'll be
what
too
he
late.
did was
It'll be
It'll
too
be a
late.
lot of people we didn't
You
even
know
nobody
nothing
voted
about-
for.
You know
Yeah,
nothing
it'll
about
be
nothing,
too late.
fake news. But let me just tell you that he was somebody that, as I was told, I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. But I've been told by a lot of support. He had a lot of support. And they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime, that he was persecuted by the Biden administration. And so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
Santos?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yes, Daniel.
George Santos.
Thank you so much.
This is the kind of question I like.
Yeah,
right here.
the numbers from this task force are jaw-dropping. I wanted to know, this is a question for you and both Stephen, since it was said this is your brainchild. What are the lessons to be learned from the success of the task force, and what are your continued goals with this task force?
Well,
the best thing we have going is we have such talent around this tab. I could go over every one of these men and women, and we have unbelievable talent. They've got the naturals, like somebody that hits a baseball or a golf ball, or that you see more. It's more evident. It's beautiful because it's sports. You can tell somebody right away, are they good or are they not? These people are the most talented people at what they do.
These reporters put softballs
when we started
on top
talking
of
about
T-ball
Stephen
stands
and
for
all
this
of
guy.
us.
Basically, do you agree?
It seems so easy.
Yeah.
What is
This
surprising
is
to me
sad.
is
Like,
how
it's-
quickly we can
it's pathetic
straighten
that
out
this
a
is our
large
government
city,
running.
a big city, a mean city, a city that's sick, that got very sick with
Does
guns all over
anybody
the place,
who
with
voted for this guy
shooting all
watch
over.
these things and
Where
this
you-
somebody
I mean,
go
you-
like,
you
wait a
take
minute,
your life
what?
in your hands
This
if you
doesn't
go
make
out and
any
buy a
sense.
loaf of bread.
There's got to be
That's not
couple
America.
people who
That's
start
not
to
our
see
country.
this
And
and
those
figure
people
it
don't
out.
care how you
This
do it.
doesn't
They
make
just
any
want it
sense. This
done.
guy
They
doesn't know what
really
he's
do.
talking about.
When you
You
go
know what
to the
I'd like to
people on the
know?
street, they
How
don't,
much
they don't
did
know.
Fox
Is it National
News
Guard?
cover this live?
They just want it done.
Yeah,
They want to be
right.
safe. And
Good
I'm
question.
sure they
gained
talked
a great
about it, but
following of
I doubt
Americans,
they
real Americans, people that
covered
want to
it
be
very
safe.
much live.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think the
talk
big
about
thing
that.
we say
They
is
just
we have tremendous
regurgitate the
talent. We
talking
were able
points
to
of what happened.
recognize, like a
And
Yeah,
that's
football
how
once you
team,
go,
like a
that's how
baseball
MAGA
once
team,
hears.
grandpa
we were
goes
able to
nutty and starts
recognize the
going
talent.
off
And
the
the
veering off
talent
to the
is
left,
largely in this
they
room for the whole
they
country.
cut away.
It's largely
Yeah.
in this room. There's
Like, that was our
really
President
nothing
Trump.
like it. And that's why I think we had D.C. done.
We'll talk
not
about that on
perfectly,
our
but
next
pretty much done,
episode
at least
of
normalized in 12 days. When you say 12,
We Are All
when
Gonna
you say
Die.
12
Okay?
days,
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
12th
So make
day,
sure y'all
it felt
go to
different.
our channel
And
at We Are All
then,
Gonna
we took
Die.
a lot of bad
Make
people
sure you
out, never
subscribe,
to come back again.
like this.
Then
This is
most of
our
them never to come back again.
sister show called
But
We the People, where we
There's
get
great
high and
talent, and
watch
there's
Trump
also
speak,
great courage. It's
and then watch
I've been watching what goes
We Are All
on,
Gonna Die,
and
where
then you
we
have the radical
just
left lunatics, and
let
what's
loose
that
and
all
just give it
about?
our
They're
grassroots
fighting us because we
opinion
want to stop
about
crime.
the
Where did
weekly
these people
politics,
come
right,
from?
Andy?
Right.
They're
What's your show too?
paid
You make these
money.
you post
I
videos
guess they're
about
paid a lot
history.
of money.
Yeah,
But
history
like I saw that
minutes.
ridiculous
I do
Okay.
little
sketch the other
shorts
day.
about
I
history,
say, these
like
people
what
are not
happened each day in
representative of
history.
our country.
Yeah, where can we find
Not
those?
all of them, of course, but many
Uh,
of them are total
history
lowlifes.
minutes
These are
dash
lowlifes.
daily.
These are people that are paid
Yeah, it's hard to think when
agitators,
you're high, isn't it?
and they're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
representative of our country. So I don't
I just
know.
wanted
I
to
can
get
just
that
tell
out
you
there
that
before
our
it was
country
too
has
late.
tremendous spirit right now.
It
You
might
know
have
that
been
better
too
than
late.
anybody because you cover it
But
well.
you did good. I'll
But
put
we
it in
have
the
a lot
links
of people
below.
that are
once
very
I post
happy
it.
right now with the direction. They did a poll the other day. The direction of our country is better than it's been in 37 years. And I'm upset because I think it should be better than
I'll
that.
be posting a new
I
video
actually
of
think we
Andy and
should be
I
better than
attending
that.
the
So,
No Kings
thank
protest
you very much for your
this past
question.
weekend in
Brian?
Beverly Hills.
Brian?
It's a good one too, Andy. It's
Thank
about
you,
5
Mr.
minutes
President.
long.
You guys have done an amazing
Yeah?
job in Memphis.
you.
Some of those numbers are
pretty
staggering.
good.
And we've gotten message on social media wanting to thank you for that. But I think, can you talk about the number of missing children you guys have discovered in Memphis? That's amazing.
Well, it's hundreds of thousands were lost through Biden and the Biden administration, and we are getting a lot of them back.
We haven't
but
had our
they're either dead,
secret word
they're
yet.
slaves, they're captured in some form. But think of it, hundreds of thousands we're talking about. Not even believable. And they came in through the border. They were sold. They were bargained for.
We have slavery here in the United
Me and
States.
Biden and Obama, the
100,000
same, the
slaves?
same mentality,
Where's-
frankly.
where's
I think
the-
it's the
is it
same
back in the
mentality.
South again?
Let me tell you, Barack Hussein Obama
know.
was a lousy president. A lot of bad things happened. Remember when they used to talk about Trump with the jail cells? Well, he built the jail cells for the children. He built those jail cells. Remember that came out? But, sir, they were built in 2014.
Did you know about this?
Remember when that came out? After me
Is he
going
trying
through
to say
stuff for
that
about
Obama
2 weeks,
built
and then they found out it was
the
Barack Obama
cages
that
that
built
he
those
put
jail
the
cells?
kids in when he
No,
separated
these people
families his
are-
first
They
term?
were bad
Yeah.
leaders. I hope we don't have it again. I hope we don't have it
Because
again.
he was the lousy president.
Because,
he's like,
you know,
you're
our
mad at me
country's
for
come
putting
back a
the
long
families
way,
in
but
these things.
it
Well,
can only
he
understand
put
so much.
the children
and we
in
don't
these-
want
he
to
made
ever go
them.
through that again. We never want to have open borders again. We don't want to have men playing in women's sports. We don't want to have transgender for everybody. We don't want that.
Throw that in there for the
a great country with
for the low IQ
low
people.
Interest rates, nice housing, great education, a strong military.
Got rid of all that.
The basics. Yes, please.
The less than 1% of people in
Donnie said he would close Rikers Island if elected. What kind of impact would that have on public safety?
Well, it's not good. I guess it's not a very nice place, but you need it.
Are you rooting for Madani?
You need something. You have a lot of additional people in New York City that should not have been here. They came here through the open border, through Biden's. I don't know how they even do it. New York City's always been tight for money. And then they spend, $8 billion, and nobody complains about it, on people that just showed up and they just came out of nowhere. Where did they get the money? All of a sudden, they have money.
That's what he asked about you too, dude.
It's like the money he gave to Argentina.
Yeah,
prison's very fair and very safe, but
now it's going to be 40 million.
We have a lot of additional criminals. I used to talk about it.
That's more than the amount Doge apparently saved.
I said, that's not right. I didn't know that for a
fact. They saved $34 billion, and 40 of that now is going like minus $6 billion now because of Doge and
That's the only good thing.
That's hilarious.
Our criminals look like nice people.
And then like another $250 million for Kristi Noem's new plane.
You don't get any sicker. They cut people.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They called the cop. Did you call the cop?
And then,
yes.
And then apparently
he
said he was going to put his money into the ballroom.
And then they say, next time we're going to cut off your hand if you cut.
But now he's going to sue the DOJ for 230. So now that money, and maybe because it's 230, he'll put that to charity into making the ballroom. There's nothing better than charity going to that ballroom.
We're getting them all out. They're going back to lots of, not just Venezuela. They're going back to lots of countries. Venezuela would be one, however. Yeah, please.
What is this guy talking about?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah.
A moment ago, you said that if Secretary Hegseth went to Congress and briefed them on the operations against
we will
these,
go, I said.
You will go. And
we
it would
will
be
go.
difficult for them to object.
I don't see any loss in going. No reason not to. They'll always complain, we should have gone. So we're going to definitely, I'd like to just tell you, let's go. We'll go. We're going to tell them what we're going to do, and I think they're going to probably like it, except for the radical left lunatics.
Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just
going to do it.
Kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
Just kill people.
Okay?
Just kill people.
Kill them.
Just kill them.
Be like dead.
Just kill. Okay. They're going to be dead.
Yeah.
No war. We're just kill. It doesn't matter if there's fishermen or there's swimmers or they're going snorkeling. Just kill them.
We need to find shorter speeches.
I have a question for both you and the Secretary of War, Mr. Hegseth.
Who are you with?
I'm with the Center Square.
Center Square, Andy.
With everything that's going on.
What is the Center Square?
She's with
in the Caribbean, and then also with more Chinese, Iranian, Russian ships also taking part in Venezuela.
Oh, this is like a real report, I feel like. It's a real question.
Operations out of Roosevelt Roads and
conservative news organization.
Trump won't be able to answer this. This is a real question. Yeah, see, look, I told you. When it's a real question, Andy, look,
we're properly
like you have to feed him the compliment first.
We're dealing with there, and also
so he knows what you're talking about. You have to give him the answer.
Involved also.
Yeah,
so we can walk and chew gum. We're definitely keeping our eyes on near peer adversaries at the same time. But we think sending a message on these cartels, these narco terrorists, is an important inside our hemisphere, which for far too long, other presidents, as the president pointed out, they've ignored our own backyard and allowed other countries to increase their influence here, which only threatens the American people. We're changing that.
Oh, yeah, that's on script.
One big thing that has happened, though, because you mentioned expansion and expand our efforts. So when I was running for office, second term, everybody was talking about the fact that nobody wanted to join the military, nobody wanted to join the great police force. They didn't want to join New York's finest or any of our police forces. They didn't want to join anything having to do almost like with the country, with the uniform. We are setting records with the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, Coast Guard. We're setting records. We've never had anything like it. And I'll tell you when it started, November 5th.
No,
we didn't even have to wait till January 20th. They saw spirit. And now we have people coming in that are, it's unbelievable. And if we wanted to increase our military force, if we wanted to increase any one of these,
he
including
talks
police
a lot,
forces,
but
they
he
can now
doesn't
get
actually
men.
say anything.
People didn't want to be.
Oh, look, it's all
policemen and
run. It's
women.
one
They didn't
run
want to
on
be
sentence.
fire
There's never
men
a
and
period.
women.
Look at it.
They didn't want to
It's
go
just
into the military. We were having
there's no
tremendous
pause.
recruiting problems.
It's just
and
what's
now we're
happening
setting
inside
records.
his head.
We
He just
literally
says
said
it.
last year at this time, you were
time,
doing stories that
we were doing stories.
the recruitment was a disaster. We couldn't get men and women to go into
What
the
were
military.
these stories, Andy?
Now we have
Who
such
knows?
an overabundance. We've never had-
Overabundance. Is that true? Is there
as I
overabundance
understand
of
it,
people
it's like
enrolling in the
record-setting
police
recruitment.
force?
This is in less than a
I
year. It's
don't
been
know.
amazing. So this is a good time to expand if we want to do it, and I think we should. And we probably will. Yeah, please. Yeah, blue.
Huh?
For you. First for you and
He doesn't know
Secretary
names,
Hegseth,
so he's got to put
the
colors out
administration
in the.
supportive of sending National
Select
Guardsmen
people.
to cities for the express purpose of aiding deportation
Oh,
and
gotcha.
immigration
He
enforcement
said whoever's in the
efforts.
blue.
Yeah.
To expand deportation.
Another real question.
Oh, yeah. Here
National
goes
Guardsmen
Hegseth.
to U.S. cities for the express purpose of aiding deportation and immigration enforcement.
What we've
Reporters,
done
please
so far
do not
is stand alongside federal law enforcement in every way, facilities and personnel.
ask Trump
but
a
also we
question in the
have,
form of a question.
we have a great deal of
He's
lift
giving it to
inside
him
the military.
in a
We're able to
compliment,
move
a form of a
assets in ways that
compliment
no other
answer.
aspect of the U.S. government can. And so where we can
If
rapidly
not, he'll
assist
have to
with
point
mass
the P.
deportations, we have been happy to do that.
Right.
Or Pam.
Is the administration at all supportive of potential measures to crack down or regulate or even ban apps that track ICE agents' locations?
What do you mean by that?
Like specific apps that are used to track the location of ICE agents?
I guess we'll do that. I'm not a big app guy. I'm not into that too much. I think Pam might be it. Let's go.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
answer there.
Oh,
Yes,
just good. Listen.
these organizations, President Trump, are coming in and their apps to track our federal law enforcement officers, and it jeopardizes their lives, where they're going to be, their location. And we've actually been working really well with the tech companies who have been cooperating because they don't want our law enforcement officers to get injured. So yes.
Well, I mean, I see it with ICE, where they're having, where they define where they live, who they are, and I didn't have a big.
No, we
view
like
on
the
mask,
mask
but I
them
now
like the
understand
Ku
why
Klux
they
Klan.
should wear masks. I think it's very dangerous for them not to wear masks. They can do whatever they want. I notice some do it and some don't, but it's pretty dangerous. But when you look at, you talk about that question, I think it's very dangerous, and I think you're coming down.
Do you always know why the bad guys in movie TV are always like the henchmen are always the masked?
They're always what?
Masked.
You released a video statement
Oh, yeah.
where you made this exact promise to show no mercy on the cartels and employ every
Like
military
Darth Vader,
asset
the
necessary to
stormtroopers,
combat them.
right?
In that same video, you also said that you plan to expose all the bribes and corruptions with politicians and the cartels.
We're doing
Has
that.
your
We're
task
trying to
force
do
been
that.
looking into that in American politicians?
Yeah, where the money's
Yeah,
coming
like
from.
pretty much you and
Because
a
you
lot
see
of your
it.
cabinet members.
Like even
Exactly.
that garbage deal they had this weekend, which was embarrassing to them, and the crowds were much more.
Should ask
crowds
about the
were
guy
not
you
big.
pardoned today.
These crowds were not big at all. But when you look at signs, and they're all made beautifully, the yellow signs,
Oh,
I saw
boy.
the yellows, the blues, but they're all made professionally in a printing shop. Looks like on Madison Avenue someplace. Some guy is paying for all that stuff. And
What is
we
he
don't mind
talking about?
protest. Protest is a good thing. I protest. I'm always protesting, right? But when you see some of these people are going crazy.
Just
they-
look at mine.
They're going crazy because
I got these off Madison Avenue.
There's no
Please.
reason for them to be
Go
going
ahead. Look
crazy.
at
Did
this.
you
watch
make
some
them
of
at a
them, and
print
they're
shop?
professional agitators.
No,
And
I
we are
did it here
finding
at
out
home.
who's
It's
paying.
called
Yeah, we have
Michael's
a lot
Art
of
Store
information about who they
down
are.
the
You're going
street.
to be very surprised when you find out.
And then called AI.
Hegseth,
And then the
sir,
pencils and
a
stuff.
memo circulating on social media
I made all that on through
details
AI.
the establishment of a National Guard response
Not from
force
Madison,
that's
not
gonna
from
be
George
trained in
Soros.
crowd
He didn't pay for
control
me.
and
It
civil
cost me
unrest
probably like
and
a
deployed in
total
all
of
50
$10.
states by April of 2026. Can you verify the
Yeah.
authenticity of that memo, and do you have any
It's
more
just that
information on your operations?
most
I'm not going to answer
of
particulars on something that may be in the planning process, but we definitely do
most
have
radical left
multiple
lunatics
layers of
are
National
artists
Guard response
and
forces,
crafty.
whether it's in
Yeah,
each state,
definitely.
whether it's regionally, whether it's Title 10 active duty, whether it's Washington, D.C. We've got a lot of different ways that constitutionally and legally we can employ Title 10 and Title 32 forces, and we will do so when necessary.
Thank you. President Putin basically said today that Russia is immune from U.S. sanctions. He said that it would not impact the Russian economy in any serious way. Is he
Good.
wrong?
I'm glad he feels that way. That's good. I'll let you know about it in 6 months from now. Okay. Let's see how it all works out. Yeah. Go ahead, please, Blue.
One about the shutdown. I'm Taylor Poplars with Spectrum News. The same day you established this task force back on January 20th was the same day you pardoned the January 6th defendants.
Yeah, very proud of that. Yeah.
Just last weekend, one of them was charged with allegedly threatening to kill House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. And a big theme of this task force has been allowing law enforcement to do their job and holding accountable people who go after law enforcement. Do you worry that your actions back on day one undermine what this task force is trying to accomplish?
No, you have thousands of people that we're dealing with, and if one goes haywire, look at what this guy in Virginia said, where he wanted to kill his opponent. He's going to kill his opponent. He's going to kill his opponent's children and I think wife, and he continues to run. And the Democrats continue. He's running for Attorney General in Virginia.
What?
Look what he said. So now,
did you know
this?
Think
all
no, I've never heard that.
Prohibited from
Democrat Attorney General of Virginia killing his wife.
Think of what he said.
Threatening to kill his
he's going to kill his
wife
opponent,
and family,
and he's going to kill the children of his opponent.
Kill the children.
And I think the wife.
What?
I said, this guy's sick. That is a sick guy. And how do you vote for somebody like that? But I don't view that every Democrat would say that, because not every Democrat would say that. So
did you find if that's true? Can you do a search?
I don't know
looking it up.
I can say we're very proud of what we did. We had the courage to do something that should have been done. The problem sometimes the Republicans are too nice. They're a very nice party. The Democrats
they're the nicest party. That's why they're all.
It's amazing. You go after dirty cops like Comey, and you go after these are dirty cops. Letitia James is a dirty cop.
She's a dirty cop.
You go after these people, and they say how horrible you are, and yet I got indicted 5 times and impeached twice.
Here we go.
Nobody says anything about that. They say, they actually said the other day, he's trying to indict somebody.
They were private text messages
4 or 5 times,
that got leaked.
Yeah, I think
where he said
87 times if you really think about it, right? With
he hoped the opponent dies and his kids die.
Guys, but nobody says anything about that. But they mentioned
he didn't say he was going to kill anybody.
Democrats play a very dirty game. It's all they're good at. They're good at.
He got randy on that.
On elections.
He got drunk and got randy.
Very dirty, and they have one good.
Yeah, he did.
They stick together. They stick together. Through
the drinking and the Ambien talking at the same time.
It's unbelievable how they stick together, and I respect them for sticking together, but. It's a dead party because their policies are no good. Okay. Brian, we'll do a few more and we'll go home.
Wonderful.
Everybody's going to go home. I'm going back to the Oval Office, however.
Speaking of Democrats, there's a report that there's a grand jury on Adam Schiff.
Oh, yeah, listen to this.
Mortgage fraud.
Watch
if
this.
He is indicted.
Watch.
Should he step down as a U.S. Senator?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I would just say Adam Schiff is one of the lowest forms of scum I've ever dealt with in politics. He's a horrible human being, very dishonest person. I have no idea what's going on. You tell me that he's going to be indicted. I don't know. You could ask Pam. I don't know if she could say it. Probably you are allowed to say it, but I wouldn't know about that. I can only tell you he's a very bad. I think he's actually a sick person.
Why?
Do you want to talk about
why? What did he do?
We're not going to comment on any grand jury that's open. We can't legally.
I don't know.
Oh, look, he's pissed. Oh, look at that. Only that face. Look at that face.
I hope it's true.
Did you
but
see
I don't
that?
know anything about
I'm going to pull that back real quick.
Scum I've ever dealt with.
I'll go back and we can see
He's
that
a
again.
horrible human being, very dishonest person. I have no idea what's going on. You tell
Was
me.
he pissed because she couldn't say anything?
I don't know.
Yes.
You could ask Pam. I don't know if she could say it.
What's
Probably you are allowed to say it.
One time.
But
I had that so.
I wouldn't know about that. I can only tell you he's a very bad. I think he's actually a sick.
That really pissed him off.
Talk about that.
We're not going to comment on any grand jury that's open. We can't legally.
Oh,
I don't know.
What is
By the
wrong
way,
with that
I hope
dude?
it's true, but I don't know anything about it.
She really has that bullshit.
Oh, millions of dollars. Yeah. Well, I also give, you know,
He
I
knows
give
that
a
would be
lot of
used
money to the
against
White House. The
against
White House
him
is
in court.
as you know, I give my salary, and I usually like
He
to
doesn't
steer to the
care.
White
He's
House
so
'cause
lawless. at
This
point.
house was a little bit abandoned. First of all, for 4 years, you had a guy walking around that didn't know where the hell he was, and this house was not
Now
taken
we got
care of
another
the way it was
one.
supposed
Now we
to
got
be. I
another
take very
one.
good care of property.
Yes, like
I
he
was
shows
very
up on the
good at that.
rooftops.
And you'll notice the floors downstairs. I paid for them. Marble, the most beautiful
Uh-oh.
marble you've ever seen. The white floors down in the palm room, which they look like they came out of. I don't want to lose because they're big supporters of mine, Home Depot. So I'm not going to say bad, but they did come out of a box from Home Depot about 30 years ago. They were all broken.
Wow.
Where we
Now they
take
have the
all
most
the
beautiful floors, the most
immigrants
beautiful
away.
lights and chandeliers. I think most of you, Brian, you've seen that, right? Yes. How beautiful is that? And I take care of it. So I spend millions of dollars on this building,
While
taking
people
care
are
of it. It was
suffering.
not properly maintained, and now it's starting to gleam like it should. It should really gleam, and you should go down and visit the Presidential Walk of Fame. Have you seen it? It's quite good.
Where's
I'm
the
sure
gift
there's a
shop?
lot of people coming to the White House. It's hot. It's very hot, but it's really a tribute to the presidents, past presidents of our country. Yeah, please.
Mr. President.
Yeah, behind you, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
So on Monday, question for you as well as Secretary No.
Oh, if
On
you go
Monday,
to the President Walk
Mayor
of
Karen
Fame, you
Bass
can
of
actually
LA
buy
and Representative Robert
bobbleheads
Garcia,
and
they held a press
Funkos.
conference and they called for an
Really?
investigation into the
Presidents.
DHS, accusing them of unlawfully arresting U.S. citizens and racially profiling and only
That's kinda
arresting
loud.
people because, in Robert Garcia's words, they look like me. He's a Hispanic individual. Do you have a response to that?
Are you asking me that question?
You as well as
they are
Secretary
arresting,
No.
They are arresting bad criminals, and they're really good at it, too. I look at the numbers, you know, they always like to say that, oh, you're arresting this and that. Then when you check it, you find out, geez, almost every single time, and, you know, obviously every once in a while they may get one wrong, but they always correct it. They're able to correct it. But they are arresting really bad people. They're arresting people that kill, people that would cut your throat and not even care about it. These are brave people, and it's very dangerous. And if they go even
This
a
is
little bit too
ridiculous.
far, they get into trouble, you know, which is a shame. I protect them.
Did
but
you
they
hear?
get into
Did you
trouble.
hear about what is it?
But they're arresting very
Hardly
serious
anybody is
criminals,
making
and
it
they're
through
getting them
like
out of here.
ICE or
Okay,
military.
one, two more.
What was it? Because they
Doug,
can't pass
do you
the
have a
fitness
question?
test.
They can't
I'd
pass
love
the
to have
fitness
Doug have a
test?
question,
No.
our great
Oh,
photographer,
shit.
because he's such a great guy.
And it's like,
And he
Andy,
might be
like,
the most
believe me,
talented
you could
person
even do
over
it.
there, I don't know.
Yeah, and I haven't worked out
Go
in
ahead,
like
let's
a
hear your
decade.
question.
No.
This guy's a real beauty.
On the cartel strategy, hearing you talk about it as a war, hearing Secretary Hegseth
Like
talk
anybody,
about
I told
defeating
Maria
and
she could
destroying
easily
the
do it.
comparisons to
Right.
ISIS and Al Qaeda, those efforts took American troops being engaged in foreign countries. Do you think that's ultimately where this is headed with the cartels, having American troops in countries like
No,
Venezuela?
the cartels are very bad. They had a lot of bad people coming in. They were interviewed recently, and
Who are the
they were asking
cartel? What
people
did they
what
do?
their problem
doesn't
was.
even know
and
what
one
the hell
guy
he's
said,
talking
"Yes,
about.
I'm up for murder."
What for murder?
Didn't
what?
know what he was saying. Obviously,
Oh.
you know, I'm sure his lawyer was not thrilled with his statement, but no, they're rough people coming into those cartels. Those cartels are rough. You look at what happens. The
How
trip
much
up,
Adderall
the
is he
trip
on?
up is horrible, especially for women. They're being killed. They're being raped at levels that nobody thought even possible. In my opening speech, I
Raped
mentioned
at
that,
levels
but in a
no
very
one
light
thought
way. I
was
mentioned
even
the word
possible.
rape.
Impossible.
Then it
That's a
found out
lot of
that you
raping.
take a look at what happens in those
Wow.
cartels. It's horrible. What's going on? And we're
What is
doing
going on?
the
You
world
should
a
ask them, like,
disservice
hey,
by
what is going on?
just telling them, you know, they're not.
Just-
You don't
that's
have
your
too many
question.
cartels now because
So
they know when they get
what's
up here,
going on?
they're going to be stopped. Under Biden, they were just flowing into the country. It didn't matter what you were, where you came from, what you looked like, what your record. They didn't check records. Millions of people came into this country that should not be in our country right now. We've gotten a lot of them out. It's the single biggest problem that we were given. Inflation, I've already taken care of. Economically, the country is the strongest it's ever been. Thank God for tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we'd be a third world nation. But thank God for tariffs. We're the richest nation in the world now because
we're
of tariffs.
becoming.
And we're able to economically protect ourselves, and we're able to really protect ourselves from a national security, situation. But
like you,
we have cartels that
that you do.
He forgot where he
somebody
was.
came up with the word cartel. I won't tell you who that person was.
You.
But you got a lot of bad people in the cartels, and you got to look at a country like
Yeah,
Mexico.
what does that have to
and
do
I
with
really respect the
who created the
president.
word
I really
cartel?
respect a lot of the people over there, but a lot of the leadership. But they are in fear in their own country because those cartels are running those countries. Okay, and that includes Colombia. Colombia is a drug den. It's a drug den, and it has been for a long time. You got a lousy leader over there right now, bad guy, a thug. But they make cocaine at levels that we've never seen before, and they sell it back into this, and they're not going to get away with it.
Have you ever seen it before in Colombia?
We're not going to put up with it much longer. Colombia is very bad. Mexico is run by the cartels. I have
You ever see the video of it's like back from the 70s or the 80s when the soccer player scored a goal?
But Mexico is
and then he ran by like the bench and someone came out and like gave him a sniff or something?
No.
Oh, yeah, you got to see it.
Let's go with you.
Like custom?
Let's listen to this.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Shut down by the time you return from your trip to Asia.
Do you expect to have it resolved by the time I resume?
CNN.
I don't know. I said long ago we shouldn't have been in this problem. This was September 28th. They came due in Biden's regime, and before the election, September 28th, and they pushed it off into the future. And I was running when they did that. And when you're running, but I did say, what
in
the
4
hell
years, will they still be
debt
blaming
ceiling?
Biden?
They also pushed the debt ceiling.
Oh, definitely.
Past the election.
The reason nothing is getting done, and tariffs are failing, and the economy's failing because of Biden's fault.
It's going to be all Biden's fault, yeah.
Totally,
in 4 more years, will people figure it out then?
You don't know what they're going to do.
Will they figure it out?
They don't care about.
I don't know. MAGA's on a whole other level.
I really think they have no.
They're like, I don't care, man. I'm going to vote for him for a third term.
Jasmine Crockett is a low IQ person. A lot of them. I don't want to insult too
Oh,
many
she's
of them, but
a woman of color.
Low IQ person.
He tells that about every
woman. I don't know what
they're
doing right now. They've never done this before. They always agreed to go and called an extension. Let's do an extension and talk.
Nuts.
Even today, look at what happened today.
What happened today?
They wouldn't even. They don't want to pay the people that have worked, and this was supposed to be this was a test.
This is you,
and
dude.
They wouldn't pay the people that have been.
You're the one who's firing everybody.
No, we don't want to pay them.
Yeah.
This is all the Democrats. Now, all we need
Yeah,
is 5 Democrats, and I know a lot of Democrats
they're not
are saying
taking anything seriously.
they're
They care.
more
They
than
just
5.
keep
Not
blaming
probably not
Democrats
that
and
many more than
everything.
5, but they're more than 5.
It's just a setup. It's
And
just
all we need
blackmail.
is like 5 Democrat votes, so we open our country again. Sad though. We have the greatest economy in our history. We have the highest stock market. All these things are rocking. We will have by the end of my first year more than $20 trillion of investment. The all-time record is.
But we need a shutdown.
$3
Doesn't
trillion.
make
I
any
think
sense.
it's China.
Why
We're
can't you
gonna
get
have
that
20 or $21 trillion
money?
never
But no, you have to
anything
give
like
it to
coming in
Argentina.
because of tariffs.
Right,
The money
right.
pouring
How is that,
into our
40
country,
trillion?
the plants that are opening,
20 trillion?
AI, automobiles, everything.
$20 trillion?
And the Democrats want to close.
I don't
that
think
country.
Put that to the country. Where's it
They're
going?
Really, they say
Where is it going?
deranged.
Where
They
is
are-
proof of this? Where's
they
evidence?
suffer. I guess
$20
it's
trillion.
Trump derangement syndrome, which I think is going down now
Yeah, you
as
give
an
us
official
all
condition by the
Trump
doctors. I think they get paid extra money if they handle it because it's more difficult to handle than a normal mental disease. But you know what? They really should approve an extension, get the country back to work, get the people paid. And, it's very simple.
You should not cut people's
You
health
can't-
care and then get back
you
to
just
work.
don't know what's going on. There's
So I'm saying,
something
if you have
wrong with
$20
them.
trillion, why
Sad.
can't you help them, the farmers, right?
No,
You
he's
money because you're firing everybody.
He's using it
for
for
the
his
How
ballroom.
much specifically
Yeah.
are you donating
Actually,
to this
we
construction?
raised,
Sure.
I think, $350
Oh, my
million.
God.
All donor money and money that we put up, we've raised. It's going to be. It's going to
And-
cost
and,
everyone in the neighborhood.
taking everybody to
And
court,
it's been
suing
expanded
everybody?
and Made.
We paid for
absolutely-
that.
It'll be the most beautiful ballroom
Oh,
anywhere in the world.
I
How
forget.
much am I donating? I won't be able to tell you until I finish, but I'll donate whatever's needed. I'll tell you that.
Oh, when will it end? This
To
is
have it
Oh,
dark.
we got a ballroom, dude.
I won't get into that now.
It's almost over, Andy.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, go ahead,
hungry.
please.
In the next couple of days, a lot of Americans are going to go go without their first full paychecks, federal workers.
By the way, a friend of mine, talking about donors, a friend of mine, a man that's great. I'm not going to use his name unless he lets me do it. Susie can tell you about this, but he called us the other day and he said, I'd like to contribute any shortfall you have because of the Democrat shutdown. I'd like to contribute, personally contribute any shortfall you have with the military.
Republicans
Because
don't
I
even
love the
show up.
military and I love the country. And any shortfall, if there's a shortfall, I'll contribute it.
Dude, you run
and
every
today he sent us a check
department
for $130 million.
Executive department. You run. You
I would
have
love
Congress.
to tell you, he deserves. He doesn't really want the recognition.
You have
if
the
you
White
want to know
House.
the truth.
He's claiming some rich person just donated $130 million
which was sort of a shortfall, yeah,
to the government
and
to
that's
help
going to go to the military, yeah.
with
Is that
with
the
the
correct
people
number?
not being paid
$130 million
during the shutdown.
That's what I call
It's called
a patriot. Okay.
the other
Thank you very
130
much, everybody.
billion
Thank
with
you.
the
Thank you.
Trump's crypto.
Oh my God!
What you think? Look at this.
It's getting hard. What is that?
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh my God. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh God! There we go. Oh God! In that thing. There we go. Here we go. Oh my God, Andy! What'd you think of that? You can get back up.
That was horrible.
Even the file freaked out. Couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, it was so much bullshit. Like,
well, what was their
It was basically
they wasn't telling the public.
It was just a meeting to suck each other's balls and tell each other they're the greatest. That's literally all I heard.
Yeah, and they're doing everything, and that this country has been taken over by Venezuelan cartels and drug lords and gangs, and it's all because of Biden and the lunatic left.
Yeah,
because we were millions of people per day were just entering in here and raping people at levels unheard of, and stealing, killing, and
don't forget they're taking pregnant women and harvesting babies to sell.
They were drugging them, cutting their C-section, giving them a C-section, and taking the babies and selling them. And 100,000 of those people became slaves in the United States. 100,000 of them were slaves. Did you know that? There's there's a slavery now, that much, 100,000 people or more.
I didn't know that.
Oh God, what's that thing? That's terrible. Studio. So yeah, and that the Democrats are just ruining everybody's lives. Even though they're the ones doing it, but yet they made $20 trillion. And why can't they put that to anything? There shouldn't be if you made $20 trillion, would you really need a shutdown, Andy?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
Huh?
I'm trying to read about the harvesting of babies.
Okay, did you find anything?
It looks like a cartel leader who sold newborn babies to U.S. couple for $13,000 arrested. So one dude did sell a newborn baby to a U.S. couple, but it doesn't say anything about him stealing the baby or cutting it out. The operation lured pregnant women to remote location. What?
What are you talking about?
It's on Yahoo News.
What?
I guess this one dude was, harvesting babies.
But for how much is this industry going for? How much money?
$13,000 for a baby.
But how many babies has this guy sold?
Oh, I don't know.
Is this really like a big thing? A big black market thing? Like I was expecting like $13 billion or something. You said 13,000.
Yeah, yeah. It says it's like an operation. Newborns would be sold for.
But what's your source, dude? First of all, what's the source?
I'm reading Yahoo News, and it's the Independent.
Okay, so I ran through Chat GPT, and it says there's no credible evidence to support the claim that in the U.S. there's a widespread practice of cutting cesarean sections to harvest babies and sell them, as was alleged by Tulsi Gabbard.
Okay.
There's no verified evidence or trafficking babies. Why is this claim alarming? Such claims are repeated without evidence can contribute to misinformation, extreme distrust of healthcare institutions. Yeah, it's unverified. So take that to the bank. But he didn't say gold, so we didn't scream, and he only said ballroom once.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad about that.
I was trying to make this more interactive, Andy, because I need you to interact more.
We got to do somebody else that talks about something at least remotely coherent.
No, but that's the fun of it, Andy. We'll have to. I was going to have a guest tonight, but he got really sick, so he couldn't come on today. So hopefully that'll help us next time.
Yeah, having him here would have.
So does it make
around the time a bit?
Did you start getting paranoid about it? Did you go into a pothole?
No, I didn't have enough.
Okay, you'll have more now when Dan gets healthy. Okay.
Okay. I'll make sure I get some edibles too.
That's still nonsense, right?
Yeah, total nonsense.
There's no structured, concrete story into these speeches at all.
No. My favorite part was I didn't realize about the the news media that's there asking questions. I didn't realize they were all like conservative right-wing, blowhards.
Yeah, most of them are like right-wing
question.
They're mostly right-wing podcasters.
Yeah, you're not allowed to ask Trump a real question.
No. Did you see what happens when you do? He freezes up because he doesn't know how to answer.
Yeah.
You have to. So people don't understand that. Listen to the reporters, folks. They're feeding him the answer. He's just continuing that story that the reporter tells Trump, or the compliment, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just feeding him the first 2 sentences, and he's just finishing it into nonsense. But when you actually ask a question where you got to think about it, I have to give a real thought-provoking answer.
I think he's actually in worse condition than Biden was.
Yeah, definitely. Biden would just say it slow.
Yeah, he just got old. Trump's got something really wrong.
Yes. That's he's people to listen to these things, to understand, listen to this. This doesn't make any sense. It's incoherent.
It really is.
That's why we have to get high and watch these things, Andy. That's the only way to watch it. Because trust me, it doesn't make any sense sober either. I tried.
You tried to watch it sober?
Yes. I mean, I've seen that Fox even tried to, and that's why they cut away. So the Fox viewers don't even see this stuff. Would you want people to see that if you were Fox News?
No, definitely not.
Oh my God, no. Grandpa's gone nutty again. Get the hook and take him off stage. Because people would start wising up or realizing, dude, this guy's off his rocker. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, he is. There's definitely something wrong.
Grandpa needs to see a doctor big time, and he is seeing a doctor, and that's why he's disappeared within days, because there is rumors this guy he's got something terminal. But what's going to go first, him or his brain? His body or his brain?
Oh, I think his brain's well on the way. It's almost
okay. Well, anyway, guys, this is Andy and Merlin for Weed the People. Make sure you check us out on the YouTube channel. We Are All Gonna Die, which is also Andy and I's podcast. Make sure you hit that bell button so you'll get notified when we put up our next videos. I'm always posting shorts, excerpts from this or things that we do. I'll be posting a short video of me and Andy attending the No Kings protest in Beverly Hills last Saturday. Check Andy out. I'll put the links. Watch his history videos on Instagram, right, Andy?
They're on Instagram, but mostly YouTube.
Mostly YouTube.
Yeah,
so
but I put them out on all of the platforms.
Yeah, and just let us know what you like about this, not like about this. If you're a troll, leave some comments too, because that means at least your guys watching, love it or hate it, you're watching it.
If you're MAGA, please explain to me how you can be into this dude.
Yeah, we do not get it. How much Kool-Aid did you drink, man? It's insane. And these people, like, it's just a cuck fest.
Yeah.
Like, who is playing with Trump's balls the best? Who can tickle his balls? And the winner gets the new crown. Yeah. So anyway, check us out. We'll be watching this. Talk to y'all guys later. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. Mean it.
High and free, jump into democracy. Grab your life and grab your mind. Politics never felt this light. We the people light up. Take a seat, talking truth while you laugh. Staying chill, staying sweet. From the podium to the pub, yeah, we're keeping it real. It's Andy and Merlin with that capital feel.